Hello. How are we doing? Hello, hello, hello. My name is Cho. We go live a couple times a week to kind of check in with you guys. These are my office hours, and I hope you guys are doing well. What is going on? Um, I'm like a minute late. I'm a little bit rattled because I have not had my dinner yet. So I will be eating dinner here on the live. Deal with it. I will be eating dinner. Um, Give me 1 second. Where is... I'm so sorry, guys. Give me a second. Where is my... Okay. There we go. Thumbnail set. How are we doing? What is going on? I'm so sorry that I'm a little discombobulated tonight. It has actually been a really long week at my traditional job. I am used to working about 3 days a week. However, I actually went in 4 days this week, and I've been working a little bit longer than I like. That's okay. It's fine. It's just nicer, and when it's nicer, restaurants are busier, so that's what happens. Hi, Label Bia. You know me. I'm married with 3 kids. Hey, DJ. Hey, Cynical Serb. Hey, Celeste. What's going on, Celeste? Oh, you get back on Sunday from Disney. That's awesome. Have a good night, Label Bia. Good luck with the storm tomorrow. I love the videos, DJ. You need to send me more, though. You should post them in the Discord channel, DJ. Excuse me. So, hey, Sunset Powdery. Oh, hey, long time no see. Where have you been? So yeah, excuse me, I will be eating. Guys, tonight's gonna be a very casual stream. You guys will be the ones asking the questions. Otherwise, you guys can just watch me eat. Okay? So, oh, you're too old and assholey for Discord? Well, first of all, no one can be assholey enough for Discord because Discord is for assholes. Number 2, the old enough thing, I get it. It's really good. Wow. Discord is sweaty? I don't know about that. Well, Discord is not for communists, so you're not welcome if you're a communist. Good luck, Liam. We'll be thinking about you. There's a hair on my fork? Well, it's my hair, so that's fine. Mm, 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 mm. Have you liked the stream yet? Have you liked the stream yet? Have you liked the stream yet? I don't think you have. Hey Ryan, what's going on? I don't know, it's so good. Hi, We Cook, how are you? Red rum, I'll think about it. Mm, 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 mm. This is literally my dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet. This is my dinner. At 11:30. I'm sorry, but it was either this or no stream, to be quite frank. Hey Micro, how are you? Mm, 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 mm. Oh my god. Guys, I love a good salad. And I got into a big discussion about this on Twitter a couple days ago. But the reason you obese people don't like salads, because you don't know how to season your salad. I'm black, okay? Black, Buhlack. We season our salads, okay? Now, I'm not crazy. I'm not adding layers of cheese and layers of chicken and layers of ham and layers of beef to my salad. I'm not that black. But we season our salads. So with this, if you notice, there's no dressing. There's no dressing. Why? Because extra virgin olive oil is all you need with some adobo, all-purpose seasoning. Be liberal with the seasoning. It's really good. You really can cut off a lot of calories by just doing the extra virgin olive oil with some good seasoning. DJ, what's your favorite Versace fragrance so far? And how do you like flame? How do you like flame? Tell me. Because that's one of the few I have not tried yet. This salad has a bunch of stuff in it. Golden raisins, sunflower seeds, tomato, hard-boiled egg, carrots. It's great. Avocado. What your restaurant specialize in? I don't talk about that online, sir. I love French dressing. I make a homemade French dressing that's really good. You said you work part-time managing a restaurant. Can you say the name? No, I can't say the name. Well, I can, but I won't. Balat, yes, me. I love my ranch with my salad. I'm white. Well, ranch is good too. You're eating my food's food. I just put lemon or lime on my salad. Oh, that sounds good, Kay. That actually sounds really good. Hey, Dolores, welcome back. I did not make this. I picked it up. Am I hot? Or would I be hot in my home? Darling, I have central air. I have central air in this home. Hey, Michael Wallace. A good salad can really hit the spot. Oh my God. Dylan Blue by Versace, without a doubt, their best fragrance so far that I've tried. Their best, by far. Dylan Blue is the type of scent that you can quite literally wear anywhere. To the gym, on a date, at work, to school, to the gym, you know, to go pick up groceries down to the Sam's Club. Dylan Blue is the ultimate versatile fragrance. I like it a lot. And it's very affordable. It's not like, you know, Versace's like the cheap designer brand. It's not like in the $200 worth of fragrance. You can get Dylan Blue for like $70. So it's not expensive, relatively speaking, to other designer brands. So most salads don't slap, but I love salads. Hey, House of Scents, what's going on? What's going on? Are you a fragrance channel? Because I'm obsessed with fragrance right now. I'm obsessed with fragrance. Like, I'm currently testing and sampling over 50 plus, over 60 plus different fragrances right now. It's pretty intense. Barbecue, roast beef, fried chicken, salad does not slap. Salad definitely does slap. My favorite smelling antiperspirant, I don't really have a favorite one. The one I currently use, I use it not because it smells good, but because it keeps me from sweating. Hey Shantae, what's going on? No, I'm not saying 70 bucks is cheap. I'm saying that relative to other designers, it is extremely cheap. Most designer brands will cost you at least $100 per fragrance. Minimum 100 bucks. Versace, much more easier to enter that designer fragrance lineup. Hey, Baby J. How are you, Baby J? Oh, yeah, my girl. Okay. Hey, Awesome Sauce. How are them waves coming along? They're coming along better. now that I've been more focused on, you know, brushing my hair and adding my products to it, it's been a lot better than it was before. When I was sick, I really just stopped doing all the things, and that really put me behind by a lot. So I'm kind of building things back up. Am I male or trans? I'm a trans male. I was a woman and now I'm a man. Here I am. Don't I look great? Hey, Thomas. What questions do I have? Hmm? Bro, the fuck? How do you just say I got white? I got black, what you want? Are you on drugs, Donnie? What's going on? Dolores, I'm just giving the girls what they want. I'm just answering questions, honey. Really, Micro? Micro says, I was given some aluminum-free deodorant to use, and at first I hated it because it didn't really do shit for the smell, but now that my body has adjusted, my body odor in general is way less offensive. Really? Is it more expensive? Tell me more about how, like when you first applied it, it didn't really do anything? Is that what happened? Hmm. Hmm. Mmm. Okay. Aluminum with, I mean, deodorant with aluminum blocks your pores. This one does not. Interesting. Interesting. Mmm. Okay. Interesting. So you feel like that's interesting, Micro. That's very interesting. Should I try? Should I try that? Hmm. I want to try that. That sounds like better skincare, to be quite frank with you. That sounds like much better skincare. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-mm. Dolores, I don't. So let me before I answer that question, I have tested applying exfoliants under my armpits. Exfoliants being things like acids, like glycolic acid, and that really works at opening your pores. And I feel like I smelled a lot better by using exfoliants because it opens your pores, right? But it did not stop the sweating. So I'm gonna look into it, Micro. Hmm. Ex-stepmom. Tell me more. What's up, Tomo? What's going on? Hey, big old schlong along. What color do you think it is? What color do you think it is? Okay, welcome to the stream. Took me 25 minutes to eat my dinner. Better late than never, though, right? Do I shave my body? So, technically, yes, I guess. I don't grow much hair on my chest at all. Never have. And so, when I get like the onesies and twosies and like the little spurts of hair that's like really patchy, I will just trim it off, but I don't shave. Now, in terms of my face, yes, I do use an electric shaver. I shave basically everything you see where there's no hair. So I don't really shave this part. Like sometimes I'll let this grow down, but sometimes I'll like cut that part off. But really, the hair that I most consistently shave down to the skin is going to be the cheek area and then all around the neck area. So I would love to be able to afford laser hair removal around those specific areas, but I just can't afford it quite yet. Hey, Braveheart, what's going on? Oh, you're hairy, Tomo? Nice. Shave the chin, really? I wonder how I would look without chin hair. Well, thank you, Nebula. We should join the we should join the Discord channel. Oh, by the way, guys, the reason you should join the Discord channel is because we are officially voting on which TV show we're going to watch together. So we're going to have watch parties starting next Sunday. Announcement time. Oh, thank you, Nebula, for the super chat. You guys have not been super chatting me recently, which is fine, but come on, where's the moolah? Where's super chat? Thank you, Nebula. I really appreciate it. I'm being facetious, but thank you. But anyway, we're going to start our watch party series starting next Sunday. And if you want to vote, voting is happening in the Discord channel. That's the only way I'm counting your vote. And it really will be majority rule. So we have 3 shows from the docket to be voted for right now. One's an anime, one's a true crime, and one's drama. And we're going to see which one wins. Hey, Montana Chai, what's going on? Don't shave the chin. I don't think I will, but I do wonder how it would look, Tomo. Jason is the first brand. I think it's supposed to be the better brand. The stick is smaller than the normal one. The other brand is Everyman Jack. I know Everyman Jack from Target. What are your dreams 10 years from now, Cho? I would be 45 by then. So my dream is really to be really focused on retirement at that age and just being able to be in a position where I'm actively building long-term wealth and growth. That's my dream. I haven't seen the Jason one in stores, but I have to order online. Okay. Well, Braveheart, you can download Discord, but click the link. The link that I send you is actually the link to join the Discord channel. That's the link. Like, there's no other link you need. That's the link. It takes you directly to joining my specific community. So it's in the pinned chat right now. And I posted it again. So click that link and it will take you to my Discord in order to join it. What's a watch party? A watch party is a rewatch a TV show together. So we watch it all at the same time and we can have a live chat as we're watching the show together. So that will be happening via Discord. I appreciate you, Tomo. Thank you. Is the Discord link also on your channel for us mobile people who can't click the link in chat? Yes, my girl. Every time I tell you guys this, I don't know why people hate to do this, but like if you look in the description box, look in the description box of these videos, like not live, like don't do it while live, but if you go to any of my description boxes, the link is there. All the links are always there. All right, we got through the Bad Boy cologne. Have you ever smelled the 212 cologne? No, I have not. Montana Chai, tell me more. 212 by who? Oh my God. So speaking of fragrance, guys, I told myself that I was not going to purchase any more samples before purchasing my first full bottle of fragrance, but I lied. The lie detectors determined that was a lie. I have just gotten into Zaharoff fragrances, which is a niche house, and I keep reading reviews about their signature rosé scent that I am dying to try. So then I fell down a rabbit hole of like, okay, if this sounds like a scent profile that I would enjoy, what else does the house have to offer? So I looked it up, and now I'm going to be sampling seven different fragrances from the house. So fuck me. I have 4 kids, a grandson, and left my wife and found my man. I'm happy. Ooh, Tomo, that's tea. Well, good for you, Tomo. I'm happy that you were able to really decide to live for yourself and not for other people for once. I feel like people in your circumstance are always doing things for other people while actively sacrificing your own mental health and personal goals. So I'm really proud of you, Tomo, that you were able to make such a difficult decision so much later in life. Congratulations. It's probably gonna be some lame ass overhyped show that currently popular. I don't think so, actually. But join the Discord channel and vote. Make your voice heard, honey. I take recommendations on Discord. I'm just like, spoiler alert to everyone. As a gamer, as someone that actively uses Discord, Discord is the best. There's no better platform for community building than Discord. So a lot of that community building will be occurring on Discord channel because of how seamless the features are and how easy it is to refer to conversations and messages. It's just really great for interpersonal relationship building. So, you know, the polls are going to happen because, listen, YouTube does not make it easy to do community building. The community tab is a complete shit show. Now, several months ago, it was like December, they announced that they were coming out with their own version of Discord that was within the YouTube app. I decided that I did not want to wait around for that app, for that functionality within Discord. I'm not waiting for it. And I've already seen the success of Discord helping to grow my audience here on YouTube. So that's why I started a Discord channel, and I'm already reaping the benefits of such. So join the Discord channel because it's a really fun time. You'll meet lots of friends, and it's quite literally the best way to stay in contact with me 24/7 if you want. I'm playing video games with people. I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel with one of my subscribers. I was beating that ass, by the way, with my Harpies Lady deck. Because yes, I'm a homo that plays Harpies in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm deadly, okay? So I was tapping that ass all night last night on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So we do things like that in Discord. That happens authentically through Discord, not through my content. My content's really just for consumption. But I think at the heart, Discord is for interacting, like authentic interacting on a daily basis. So I really implore you guys to join the Discord. It's really fun. Anyway, it's made by Carolina Herrera. Okay, I'll look it up. 212. Oh, let me go to Fran. Fragrantica. Fragrantica. 212. Reminds me of the oh, they have a whole lineup of it. Okay, it's a whole thing. Which one? Which one are you referencing? They have so many of them. 212 what? Just the original Carolina Herrera 212? Oh, it's a white floral. I love a white floral. I love a white floral. White florals are my thing. Hopefully there's some jasmine in there. There's orange blossom, cactus flower, bergamot, mandarin orange, lily, freesia, gardenia, jasmine. I love a good jasmine. There's white camellia, lily of the valley, rose, peony, white musk, sandalwood. Very interesting. I hate the bottle. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Hate the bottle. It looks like a capsule. 212 New York City. It reminds me of 212 by Azealia Banks, but you know, guys, I love Azealia Banks. I'm gonna look it up. I'll look into it. Maybe I can get a sample of it, Montana. My kids don't understand, but I can't live a lie anymore. Good for you. It's not for your kids to understand, Tomo. You're trying to Discord. You're trying to join Discord. Okay, Micro, awesome. Hey, Liz, what's going on, Liz? How are you, beautiful woman? I love you too, baby J. Get a real job. No, thank you, Bubba. Had to leave stream and go to a different video for the link, but I joined the Discord. Yes, Micro, finally. Go to the media channel. So the vote. So go to the media channel. And by the way, when you join Discord for the first time, I think it's essential to mute the channels that you don't want notifications from, because it can become extremely overwhelming very quickly. And I think it's better to mute specific channels instead of muting the entire Discord channel if you really are interested in building relationships within the community. So, you know, we have a political channel where we fight and argue all day long. Maybe you're not into that shit. So mute that channel, right? So you never get notification from that. Maybe you don't care about my beauty content and me talking about fragrances and skincare and stuff like that. Mute that channel. Maybe you really are only interested in finding partners for different video games. Don't mute the gaming channel, because we're talking about video games. We're looking for duos and trios and squads. So take some time to kind of like mute specific channels that you know you're not interested in. Once again, Dolores, the ASMR channel is live. And what I hate about YouTube community tab is that no one watches the community tab. No one watches it. They don't put that in your algorithm on your For You page for YouTube, your homepage. So like, I posted about my ASMR channel on Tuesday. It was live Monday. So, and then Dolores, I had a video, a vlog come out on Wednesday that you obviously did not watch, because I also announced it there. So get your YouTube algorithm together, Dolores. The ASMR has been out, it's been publicized. I've done what I'm supposed to do. I posted about it on Monday, posted about it on Tuesday, posted about it on Wednesday, posted about it in the Discord channel, posted about it on my Instagram, posted about it on Twitter.com. So Dolores, what's going on? What's going on, Dolores? Okay. I don't do any social media. Hey, what's up, big old Shalom? You've already been here. What's going on? On my YouTube, but I might download Discord. It's pretty fun, Tomo. It's pretty fun. Have a good night. Awesome sauce. Good luck studying. People use Facebook still, Micro? I got rid of my Facebook 10 years ago. Deleted the whole thing. The fuck? Facebook is so toxic. I have no desire for Facebook. No desire whatsoever for Facebook. Yeah, the bottle is trash, Montana. The bottle is trash. But the scent breakdown, the scent profile, it looks fire, and I love a good a white floral. I know that's a little bit leaning more on the feminine side of things in terms of men's fragrance, but I like white florals. I feel like white florals can give you a softness. I feel like there's also a fine line with florals coming off as smelling expensive. When you have, to me, there's two types of expensive scents. You've got the scent profile that utilizes spices, or leathers. Think of like saffron. Saffron is like a very rich smelling scent that gives off like a rich leather, like a spicy leather. Things that you have like things like cumin, which can also be like a little bit animalic, but smells expensive and spicy. But I think white florals do a similar thing that elevates kind of like your smell. I think about when I think of white florals and where they really are highlighted in men's fragrance, I think of at like you're attending a wedding. You have a suit and tie on. I think wearing white florals like in a masculine way would be incredible. That's what I think of when I think of white florals. So I don't think it's always a universally feminine thing to wear white florals for men. Why were you forced to get rid of Facebook, by the way, Micro? Hey, Melody, what's going on, Melody? How are you, babe? I want to find someone that I can cover in chocolate sauce. What channel was that? We have not made that one yet, Micro, but maybe I'll make one for you. Did you know that sugar can trigger a yeast infection in women? Me and my ex learned that the hard way. Well, I have never known that to be true because I don't deal with women in their yeast infected areas. So I don't know. Didn't know that. Dolores got her teeth clocked. I had to clock it. It wasn't just for you though, Dolores. I had to clock it for everybody else because I really am trying my hardest, guys. I'm trying my hardest to put my shit out there. But it's difficult because sometimes YouTube, that's why I'm using Discord a lot for community building because YouTube makes it difficult. Like the community tab is so inconvenient. They don't put the community tab notices in your homepage. So of course you didn't see that shit, right? But if you guys are not seeing my content on YouTube, it's because you aren't liking the channels. It's because you're not actually watching the video. So if you want to watch more of my videos, then actually watch a video, like, and comment, because then that triggers the algorithm to think that that's what you're interested in, right? If you're interested in all of my fragrance reviews, then go to my shorts. You have to actually do the work. Unfortunately, you have to actually do the work to seek out my content, even though you're already fucking subscribed, and then engage with it, because that's how artificial intelligence, that's how engagement and algorithm, that's how they work. I've been waiting for this ASMR channel. Oh my God, it's been a long time. And I really need your opinion, Dolores. I need your opinion. I need you to comment on that video and give me all of your feedback on what type of content you want to see from that channel. Because even when I started this channel many years ago, and it was a full-blown ASMR channel, I never really quite landed in the niche of ASMR that I wanted to land in. I never really found my ASMR artist identity. I have lots of ideas, but I really want to know what you guys, I really want to know what you guys think and what you want to see. One idea I had was kind of drawing from these live streams. Sometimes we talk a lot of shit here on these live streams, and we love that. But we also sometimes talk about more serious topics. We get questions like, Steven, don't spam. Steven, don't spam. You can just say the word. You can say the N-word. I'm not going to ban you, but just don't spam, okay? I'm not going to tell you again. But anyway, we are a free speech platform, so you can cuss, you can say whatever you want. I don't. You can use slurs. I'm not gonna ban you, but we don't tolerate spam. Okay, because spam, that fights against free speech. Okay, so get your shit together, Steven. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so anyway, yeah, now you got me all off track. You see what I mean? You see what I fucking mean? Okay, micro. Wait. You see what I fucking mean? I'm about to mod you, micro, and I need you to block and remove spammers immediately. And again, micro, we don't ban people that we dislike or that say mean comments. We only ban people that are spamming the chat. So usually this is like when people say the same thing 3 different fucking times, okay? When they are screaming for attention, give it to them and block them, okay? No, Steven's fine. I warned him. I'm feeling very generous. I'm feeling very forgiving. I'm feeling very Christian-like. I'm in my Christian era right now, so I've forgiven. No, don't give him a timeout. No. It's fine. It's fine. Michael's like, bitch, let me get the whip out immediately. Michael's already like, listen, let me get the wrench out. Anyway, what was I saying? See, fuck me. Whatever. Let me just read comments. Oh, the ASMR channel. So, no, I thought, we talk a lot of shit in this channel. We talk about politics. We drag liberals. We drag conservatives. We talk a lot of shit, okay? We have a little kiki. We laugh. We fun. Ha ha, he he, ho ho, ho ho. But every once in a while, I get some really interesting, deep questions. Like, how do I improve my self-esteem? Or how do I find a girlfriend? How do I talk to girls? How do I achieve my goals? And as someone that used to have a podcast all about giving relationship advice, I think I want to tap into a little bit of that energy and maybe incorporate that into my ASMR channel. So like talking about some motivational stuff, So that's something I have ideas about. I'm a big consumerist person. I'm a consumer. I love consuming things. I'm a capitalist pig. And so, a couple other ideas is like maybe even going over my fragrance collection. Simple things like, going over all the samples I have and what they all mean. What are the note breakdowns? Going over my skincare products. What are the skincare products I use? Why do I use them? Tapping them, silly shit like that. So I really need all the advice I can get on what type of content you want to see in terms of ASMR. So yeah, guided meditation, I don't know, ambient stuff, cooking ASMR. I have a lot of videos where I have done cooking videos for the vlog, and I do voiceovers, and I do, I overlay music on top of it, but I can use that for ASMR content, right? So anyway, there's a lot of shit I can do. So Dolores, please go to that channel. Thank you for subscribing to my newest YouTube channel, and give me some critical, constructive feedback on what you want to see, okay? Okay. Hey, Mark Lester, howdy, how's it going? I have 6 Facebooks because they keep banning me, and I can't access any of them to even delete them. Girl, get the fuck off Facebook. Facebook, Instagram, Meta is trash. We all know this. We all know this. They censor people. They're just stop. I can't. Hey, Bila. Is your son's cheeks all right to look? Kenji, stop. Nah, just sub in like 3 vids and you start getting recommended. See, Bila knows what's going on. I didn't think you'd know that little fun fact, so I thought I'd share. Knowledge is power. Keep sugar away from the coochie. Chocolate doesn't affect buttholes, though. Oh my God, micro. Hey, Kid Curry, what's going on? I can't stand algorithms or personalized ads. I get it. The entire point of ads to let as many people as possible know about your products. Yeah. Build that big, beautiful wall, please. Sweetheart, you're not him. You are in him. Time to come out, Steven. Ooh. Just say the word and I'll be on their asses. Thank you, Micro. But yeah, so Micro, newfound moderator privileges. Just ban people that spam. You don't even have to ask me. Just get rid of them. I don't have the fucking time. When people first come to this channel, you're told to not spam. You're told that's the only fucking rule you have to follow. My moderators should not have to have a job at all. I don't really have moderators because I don't believe in moderating free speech. So it really is about spam, because spam gets me off track and I already get on tangents all the time in this channel, and it just makes it less of a fun experience for everyone else. If you want to call me the N-word, call me a monkey, I don't give a fuck. Do it. I am an N-word, right? I am that, right? So call me that if you want to. You want to call me a homo, that's fine, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But don't spam, because that pisses me fucking off, okay? Okay. I don't play as a mod, period. Micro's like Elon with the chainsaw, period, as he should. Catalina, I love your glasses, stunning. Thank you, Catalina. They're by Warby Parker. I love them so much. By the way, guys, I promote Warby Parker and Ember, and I promote a lot of brands during these live streams, and I feel like I'm gonna ask them for sponsorships this year in some capacity. Maybe I won't get an affiliate code because I'm like a small fry. I'm a fucking nobody. I'm a micro influencer. But I'm gonna shoot my shot this year and kind of see if I can leverage my analytics, because my analytics for live streams are pretty decent. They're pretty decent. They're not bad. So maybe one day I'll get sponsored by Warby Parker or Ember. We'll see. I can't stand Elon anymore. Dude needs to go back to South Africa. Not back to Africa. Thanks for making me a mod. I feel very honored. Oh, but listen, Micro. It shouldn't be a job at all. But you know, bitches are, you cunts are desperate for attention. And sometimes spam is the only way you can achieve attention, because you can't achieve it in real life. And so the best way to achieve attention online is by spamming. So I get it. I wish that was not the case, but it's necessary. Back in my day, the only taxi drivers were Polish or Italian immigrants. That's why we walked everywhere and boiled Pepsi to throw at them. Oh my God. Macro, it's an honor for you to even be here. I got you, boo. Me and all the homies hate Dolores Umbridge. Oh, not that, K9. Is having no social media at all a red flag? I feel like it keeps a lot of BS out of my relationships. Thoughts? Interesting question. So Montana, it's a yellow flag. It's a yellow flag. I'm gonna be honest with you. Is having no social media at all a red flag? It's a yellow flag. Because unfortunately, for better or for worse, we live in the digital age where we have a whole entire generation that was born with iPads. I'm 35. I'm a millennial. That's not the same experience I had growing up. We actually played outside. We actually was able to play outside without supervision until it got dark, until the street lights came on. You guys know what I'm talking about. The street lights will come on, and then you were known to go. Then you walk home with your friends or by yourself or whatever. It was a different time, different age. Now, these little cunts are just on iPhones. Parents give their children phones at the age of like 5. What? This is crazy. I don't know. Anyway, so I think it's a yellow flag to answer your question. I believe that if I met someone that did not have social media, it's one of two possibilities. Either they are an axe murderer, or they're very grounded and very mature and very in tune with maintaining their peace of mind, right? More genuine, more authentic, has actual hobbies, probably a lot more passionate about things in life, less drama. So it could be one of two things. I mean, I don't know. It's a caution. It's a yellow light. It's a yellow flag. Okay. Caution, don't speed through this fucking light because it's getting ready to turn red, okay? That's what that's giving me, Montana, in my opinion. My opinion. You might be an axe murderer or you're a really lovely person. It's one or the other. Take the do-rag off, let's see them waves. Steven, no, because listen, Steven, I think you're new here and I've been terrible. I was sick for like 4 or 5 days. I didn't touch my nappy ass hair and I lost my waves. But then I did the wash and style method. My latest vlog will explain the wash and style method to you guys. And to be quite frank with you, it resuscitated my hair. It resuscitated my waves. It's like magic. I feel like the wash and style method for getting your waves is really like a cheat code. It really expedites the time it takes to achieve waves. It's incredible. I highly recommend it to everyone. You can actually order chocolates that are made out of a mold of your butthole for your lover. Micro, how do you know this? Hey, I'm back with my new profile pic since everyone was mistaking me as a man with a pic of my RV. Well, thank you, Braveheart, my darling. Now you'll never be mistaken as a man again. You have a little bit of masculine energy, though. And that's okay. We love that. Devil in disguise, don't make me roast me. You can't roast me if you try. Do me a favor, define spam for me so I know exactly what to look for. Yeah, just posting the same shit over and over. Yeah, usually 3 times or more. Ugh. Pentagram, that's funny. Hey Banksy. Bro, I fucking love your rants about spam. I hate spam. I hate spam. You should ask. I'm sure they would consider it. How's your week been? Hey, Upper Adam. It's been a long week. Like I said before, I am working in the restaurant 4 days right now because of the change in season. It's really busy. Now, I'm only working, 5-6 hour shifts. Nothing crazy. I still only work part-time. But it's been a lot more than usual, so. Hey, Izzy, you've been MIA lately. Have we posted an ASMR channel? Yes, we have. We have. There's a whole ASMR channel. Izzy, there's a whole ASMR channel. And I'm going to roast you like I roasted Dolores. Izzy, you would know that I posted an ASMR video if you watch my latest vlog on Wednesday. I talked about it in my vlog, which you have not seen, obviously. I also posted about it on Monday when I debuted my latest channel on my community tab. Now, I know this is not your fault because YouTube does not put my community tab in your homepage because they fucking suck. But this is one of the many reasons why you should join my Discord channel. But that is the best way to stay in tune with all of the things I'm doing. I have a specific channel on the Discord channel where it feeds every last piece of content I post on YouTube in a content feed. So it's just this channel where you can see all the latest content. And so the Discord channel is quite literally the best way to stay in contact with the community at large and with me specifically. Linked in the pinned comment, or pinned whatever the fuck that is. It's also the Discord link, invite link is always in every description box of the videos that I post on YouTube. So there you go. Who likes tacos? I'm okay with tacos. I don't mean to bust your bubble, but I ordered 1970s glasses from eBay. I can't wait to send them in to get lenses. I love things that are retro. Oh, that's so cool. I kind of want to do the same thing, but I love Warby Parker because of the customer service is really great. To me, no social media is a green flag. Well, yeah, if you're not an axe murderer. They don't need validation from others. True. Repeating the same bollocks over and over is spam, period. I don't have no social media. I'm not saying it's a red flag. I'm saying it's a yellow flag. It's proceed with caution. Because I've met some really strange people that don't have social media. I've met them and they just seem like they're socially awkward and just kind of like, like, do you have bodies in your basement? Like, what is going on? But again, I've also met the other type that's like, bitch, I'm grounded. I'm not down with the bullshit. I don't want that shit in my life. I've met both. I've met both. Social media is going to turn into one of those things that are like, man, I can't believe they let kids do that shit back then. It is. It is categorically not good for children. If I ever had children, they would not have access to social media until they were like 17. Full stop. Full stop. 16 at the earliest for social media. Sorry. Hi Danielle, what's going on? Join Discord, don't spam, don't be a communist cunt hole. Please don't. Axe murderer or nice person? Well, if I have to choose, well, listen, rank is dumb. It's one or the other. I don't make the news, I just report it. It's one or the other. One or the other. I got a heated steam cap finally. Gonna do it tomorrow with leave-in. Ooh, Pisces. Can you please post about this in the Discord channel? I need more details. Banksy says, we were treated to a shirtless Cho in his vlog. Listen. There's a shower scene. There is a shower scene in the latest vlog. There is. Banksy knows. She watches the vlogs. She watches the vlogs. So, Cho, if I move there, will you give me a dishwasher job so I can get my shitty ass life together? I'll clean them dishes real good. Yeah, absolutely, Micro. Absolutely. We're always hiring. He saw a roach on my wall. Well, hope it's a great place to live, honey. Great place to live for roaches. It's an old home, so if you see a roach, the house was built in 1906, honey. Yes, there's roaches. Happens. Inevitable. I creeped on Braveheart's picture because she said she updated it and she's kind of cute. She's got a cute ass snake too. Oh, she's got a snake? Well, we always knew that Braveheart was a bad bitch. We knew that. We knew she was a baddie. Hey, Johanna. I'm using yellow flag from now on. It's true. It's true. Yellow flag. I'm very socially awkward, but I'm not online. Weird how that is. Well, I get that. I get that. Cho has 3 bodies in the freezer. Fat. DJ, I have not been able to purchase that deep freezer from Sam's Club yet. But when I do, another story. Mod Squad is real tonight, period. I'm 37, so I started with MySpace, and I just didn't like it, so I never got anything else. Well, we all started with, oh my God, why did my screen just go white? What's going on? Sorry, I lost your comments. I think Montana said that he started with MySpace. I started with MySpace too, and how dramatic that was. Remember top 8s? Remember top 8s and how if you ever had a falling out with a friend, you would just move them off of your top 8 and that was like the end of your friendship? Ugh, what a mess that fucking was, right? Yeah, Micro, watch the vlogs. I'm trying to tell you guys. I know that these live streams are my most watched content, but you guys are really sleeping on my vlogs. My vlogs are really fun. They're really fun. They're really relaxing. I think they're pretty fun. I think the production value is decent. I think it's at least average, if not above average. So yeah, go watch the vlogs. You see my body all the time. I show up my body all the time in the vlogs, whether I'm like twerking my butt, doing squats, showing you shower scenes. My body yada is in the vlogs. It's on Discord. Like, you know, the live streams are like, you know, no shade to these live streams, but like, it doesn't take much creative energy for me to do this shit. I'm just talking. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing, you know, outside of the whole interaction in the moment There's nothing creative I'm doing here. I'm just in my fucking robe talking shit to you guys. If you want to see the more creative side and the more like, what are my hobbies? What do I do on a day-to-day? Like, go actually watch my videos and my shorts, you know? Um, I am in Ohio. Yes, I'm in Ohio. The great state of Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. You can get a chest freezer off Facebook for $200. Really? Need a top 8 for overseas aid. Don't we? We do. Ohio is one of my least favorite states I have to travel through. Ohio is not a travel destination. It's a place to live. And that's the difference, I'm a big fan of Ohio. The great state. Ohio is a great place to live because if you can become Ohio rich, you're set. You're set. You know, I know the girls want to move to New York City and San Francisco and Miami and all these beautiful places, but bitch, you're poor. You're too fucking poor. You're poor. You can't move. To be able to live in those places, it's so unrealistic. And if you're the type of person that you just have to have summer year round, then you're kind of psycho. Like, like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But like, you're gonna pay for that. You're gonna pay for that. And most people are not rich in those areas. The majority of people do not have a great standard of living. In Ohio, the potential to really do well and to live a very comfortable lifestyle is incredible. I live in a 3,000 square foot home. 3,000, right? For what the mortgage is for this house in New York City, don't even get me started, y'all. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Like, there is no comparison. I don't care how many fucking bars you have in New York City. I don't care about you having all the fanciest restaurants in New York City. Bitch, you're poor. I'm just saying. So like, yeah, these big cities are cute. Like, the shopping's great. And like, okay, that's cute and all. But on the day-to-day living, Ohio is where it's at. It's boring, but listen, the things that should be boring, like where you live, like those are the things that should be fucking boring. You know, my mortgage is also fucking boring. Rent prices are also fucking boring in Ohio. They're very boring in Ohio, right? So, you know, those bars are exciting, but so are the rent prices. So are the mortgages. They're very exciting. Sorry, Ohio. I mean, you can Ohio rich, 100K. If you make 100K in Ohio, you are rich in Ohio. Okay? Like, seriously, full stop. So, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Ohio. Huge fan. Huge fan. What are your favorite ASMR channels? I have a few. I go in and out of watching lots of different ASMR channels, but the 3 that I most consistently come back to, I'm gonna get 4, actually. I'm gonna get 4. Siesta with Sarah, ASMR. Siesta with Sarah, ASMR. Love her to death. She always looks very put together and kind of glamorous in her videos. Like, she curls her hair and puts a nasty piece of lipstick on before she starts her videos. And I love the inflection of her voice. She does mostly medical role plays because I think she's an actual medical professional in real life. And so her checkups feel very realistic. By the way, my favorite type of ASMR is personal attention. So you will understand why my favorite channels are my favorite channels because it's all about personal attention. So she does medical role plays. My other favorite is Chili B ASMR. She does role plays as well, all focused on personal attention, but not just medical role plays. She does like fittings. She does a variety. I think she leans more towards the medical role plays, but she will throw other random types of personal attention videos in there that I love a lot. The third person I love a lot is Articulate Design ASMR. Articulate Design is all about personal attention, but in a more niche way, luxury travel. So he does role plays where he's checking you into a 5-star hotel, or he's checking you into like a first class flight, first class train experience. He lives in Dubai, so he is surrounded by luxury all the time, and he actually lives a very luxurious lifestyle as someone that lives in Dubai, okay? So Articulate Design is someone I always come back to. Now, my fourth and most favorite and an actual personal friend of mine is the Loon Innate. She does distance Reiki. Now, she's an actual Reiki artist in the real life, okay, in the real world. However, the way she delivers her practice is through ASMR. So a lot of her subscriber base is there for different reasons. Some people are there for the meditative aspect of it all, for the Reiki of it, the healing, the dualities that she's able to provide. They're there for that. And then some of us are there just for the ASMR. I want to go to sleep. So she does both, and she's my favorite, and she is a personal friend of mine. And I hope that we're going to do a collab this year, hopefully. I think we're going to do a collab. When I go back to Miami, I'm going to go visit her in Florida. I'm not going to say where she lives, but I'm gonna go visit her, and we're gonna do a collab for her channel and my channel. I think for her channel, she'll probably do like Reiki on me, and then for my channel, we're gonna just vlog. We're gonna just hang out and go eat and go drink and do, have fun and be cute. So anyway, those are my favorite ASMR channels. New York City's trash. People there suck. True. I have good friends there, but in general, they do suck. When you posted a YouTube short last time, Cho, why don't you want your mom to be on camera? Because I keep my family private. I don't publicize my identity on YouTube, and I don't publicize my family on YouTube. They're just LA people who think they're cool because they live in a worse city on a worse coast, period. And they act like they're all tough with thick skin, but they trigger so easily, period. In New York City, someone was trying to get their room leased out, and it was $2,400 a month for a room. For $2,400 a month upstate, you can get a 2-bedroom apartment on the river. Listen. For 14, okay. Let me tell you about my first adult apartment. My first adult apartment when I was not in college cost $1,400. $1,400. You know what I got? I think it was 1,500 to 1,700 square feet. I forget the square footage, but it was pushing 2,000. Almost 2,000 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a garage, an attached garage, a balcony. When I tell you that was the most luxurious apartment I've ever lived in my, well, not since I moved out of there and moved into here. So that is the most luxurious apartment I've stayed in. But I've seen more luxurious than that. But that was my first apartment, like 1,400 townhouse, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, walk-in closets, almost 2,000 square feet, 1,400 in Ohio. Luxury. Had a community pool. I had a community center where I could rent out for my charity events. I used to host charity events like charity benefit tea parties for an organization that I used to work for out of college. And so I would rent that place out and just throw a huge party, like fancy party, raising thousands of dollars. So $1,400 a month. $1,400 a month. And again, people will complain about Ohio being boring. Girl, you are boring. You are boring. People pretend like living in one of the cities in Ohio is like living in the boondocks, in the sticks. It's not. It's not. Maybe you're the boring person. I don't know. Now, is Ohio a great place to travel to vacation? No. Why would you do that? No. Ohio's for living, not for visiting. Okay? Okay. Give me a boring mortgage any day, please. I'm trying to tell you. I mentioned that and they banned me from the subreddit, as they would, yeah. 100K where I'm in New York is pretty fucking good. I'd be living so well at 100K a year. I mean, yeah. Hey, Listy Boy, do you like Takis? No, I don't really like Takis. But also, I mean, the taxes on 100K is a lot in New York. I don't know where you are, but you know. Any specific part of Ohio? I moved out to Indiana from Chicago. Was in a 900 square foot condo downtown, and for half got a 3,500 square foot home. Listen. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. To me, it's just me. This is just me. I'm very low maintenance. Having a little bit of space goes a long way. 900 square, like what? 900 square feet is crazy. That's crazy. That's a fucking dorm room. What? Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Favorite hobby? Oh yeah, sorry, King Von. It takes me a long time to get to chats because I'm a chatterbox. I'm a yapper, as some might say. So it takes me a little bit to get to your comments, but please rest assured that I like to respect everyone's time. So I try to respond to every comment. Favorite hobby? You know, I think my most consistent hobby is running. Call me a boring cunt, but it's running. I'm a long distance runner. I don't run competitively yet. It is my goal to sign up for a couple races this year, but yeah, that it is my goal to get a little bit competitive. But all my life, I've been a long distance runner just for the shits and giggles of it because I'm psycho. I usually run 6 miles at a time. I love it. But outside of that, my newest hobby is fragrances. I am trying to start a personal collection of fragrances, and I'm very meticulous about how I am going about this. I want to have, I think, around 14 bottles in my personal collection. I want to have 2 seasonal scents per season. I want to have a daytime scent and a special occasion scent for that particular season. And then outside of that, I want to have about 7 or 8 different signature scents that I can wear year round for specific purposes. So I've already picked out my signature scent, my overall, like my identity. I'm going to be wearing Je ne sais quoi by Tio Cabanel. This is a niche fragrance house out of Paris, France. And Je ne sais quoi is it's a gourmand. It's a savory gourmand. I know that's weird, right? Because you think gourmand, you think sweet, you think food, something sweet, bakery type thing. This is a savory gourmand, so already it's very interesting. But it is a matcha with puffed rice, like almost like a popcorn puffed rice, toasted sesame. It is insanely intriguing. You will spray this on yourself, and if you did not know the notes, so imagine that you're walking by Cho, right? And you smell this on me. You will be intrigued to the point where you're like, what is that? What am I smelling that smells so good and appealing, but you don't know what it is? That's where the name Je ne sais quoi comes from. In French, I think it means like an expression of, what is this? Or I don't know what this is. Je ne sais quoi, you know, something you can't really describe. And that's what this scent is. And I get the rice, I get the matcha, and matcha has a sweet scent to it, but it's not very sweet. It's not like a fruit sweet or a berry sweet or like a vanilla sweet. It's a subtle sweet. It's an earthy sweetness that matcha carries. And it is my signature scent. Um, but outside of that fragrance, I want to have a fresh scent, something that I can wear at the gym or after I work out or just if I want to feel fresh, you know? I also want to have a signature daytime special. I know I'm like splitting hairs, right? Just excuses to buy shit. But I want to have a daytime special occasion scent for events that I go to during the daytime. I want to have an evening scent that I wear, that I can wear year round, not just seasonal. I also want to have a scent that is a specifically sweet scent. So yeah, I'm kind of going through sampling, you know, tins of fragrances. I'm up to, I think, 60 plus fragrances that I've sampled now. And I'm just discovering what I like and what I don't like and what I'm into, what I'm not into. And it's a really, really fun hobby of mine. So thank you for the question, King Von. You're probably not even here anymore. You got tired of waiting for your question to be answered, but that's for everyone else that's stuck around. ASMR content, pretty foreign to me, so interesting hearing you talk about it. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm into personal attention. And so that is a very niche form of ASMR. Personal attention is when the ASMR artist is giving you personalized attention. So think about someone checking you out at a grocery store, their attention is on you. Getting a massage, their attention is on you. Getting fitted for a suit or a dress, their attention is on you. So that's the personal attention. And whenever you're giving personal attention by someone, it's comforting. Like, no shit, it's comforting. It's relaxing to be given someone's undivided attention. And so that's why I think it's an extremely popular niche of ASMR. But you also have mukbang ASMR, which I find to be the grossest shit ever, where people are eating food and you just hear mouth sounds. You also have ambient ASMR. So think about rainfall, just like rainfall. That's ASMR. Birds chirping, traffic, like the sound of traffic in the background. You think about having a fan on at nighttime. You ever know someone that likes to sleep with the fan on? That's ASMR. People don't know this, but everyone likes ASMR. ASMR is the human condition. If you don't like ASMR, it's because you are defective, right? Everyone likes pleasing, relaxing sounds. It's just a matter of figuring out what is your niche, what scratches your itch, right? Okay. Hey, Saba VR. I can't even find anything to rent because no one will rent anyone anymore without references and a credit check and all this BS. Not that I'm in a position to rent, but when I was, it was impossible. I get it, micro. So things were already screwed up. COVID pushed things over the edge. Is it true that you're part of the Wi-Fi strong password community? Yes, it's true. I don't know, Cho. Maybe if I can ever afford to get myself out there, you can show me how not shitty it is to live there. At this point, I'm close to getting a sugar daddy and pretending I'm gay. Listen, Michael, do what you gotta do. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. But it's all about figuring out, like, where you want to put your roots down. And do you have the means to put your roots down there in a way that you want to? And Columbus is a very growing part of Ohio. I think 15 years from now, it might be unaffordable to live in Columbus because rent prices are growing. And I feel like if you are not growing now, it will become unaffordable in 15 years from now. Just because Columbus is one of the largest cities in the nation, which people don't fucking know that either, right? Top 20. I'm pretty sure we're in the top 20 largest cities in America. At least top 50. I know for a fact top 50. But it might be top 20 largest metropolitan areas in the nation. So it's rapidly growing and things are getting more expensive. But yeah, come visit me in Columbus. That would be fun. I'd love that. That's very true. They tax us for everything. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's why so many people have moved to the South. What? I get it. I don't blame them. And again, it's all about what you can afford to do, right? It's like, it's really cool to live next to all these fun things, but bitch, can you afford to do those fun things? Can you even afford to go to the 3 Michelin star restaurant? No, you can't. You know why? Because you're paying 80% of your income for your rent. You're not even building wealth. You're renting. And you're spending 80%, 50+% of your income on your rent. That's wild to me. That's so wild to me. Wild. Wild. Under 400 square feet for $1,550. Wild. Whew. Also, a lot of corporations won't set up their headquarters here. The taxes are ridiculous. I get it. Can you shout me out? If you give me a super chat, 100%, yeah. Fragrances like that must be spendy. I'm an Old Spice kind of guy. Well, Mark Lester, expensive is very relative. You know, they're like my budget for fragrances is $199 post-tax. I'm not spending over $200 for a fragrance. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. But anything under $199, if I like it enough, I'm gonna buy it. And the way I rationalize that is because I'm gonna have a collection of 13 different bottles, theoretically, one purchase is gonna be all I need to do for a very long time because I'm wearing so many different fragrances, right? And so it's not like I need to spend, $200 every year on fragrance, because I'm gonna be switching out a lot of different fragrances. So, yeah. Top 3 fragrances so far. Ooh. Well, they're right here. Well, wait. Let me go see real quick. Okay. This is gonna be really difficult. Well, no, actually, no, it's not gonna be that difficult. So you guys already know that the first scent that I'm gonna be purchasing is Je ne sais quoi by Tio Cabanel. So that is the matcha rice scent. So that's number 1. But I'll give you 2 more. I'll give you 3 more outside of that one. The thing about me, though, is that because I'm very methodical and meticulous about what scents and fragrances that I want to add to my collection, I don't really think I haven't really formulated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have formulated my favorites under each category. Bitch, let me just show you. I'm gonna just show you. So, and before I show you, shut the fuck up. I know that my monitor is dirty. I still have not cleaned it. So shut the fuck up. I know. Okay. So, if you look, this is my fragrance collection. So what I've done is I've actually, oh fuck, is it gonna oh, okay, there you go. So what I've done is I've picked out a couple different scents and the profile I want to have both for the daily and the special occasions section. And so you can see that my favorite winter scent right now is Francique 63.55 by Latafa, or Latafa. And then followed closely by Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy Extreme, right? As we go over here, we got spring. I want to have some sweet, fruity, floral, fresh scents for the springtime. Hermes H24 Herbs Vives is my favorite. For sure. 100%, that will likely be my scent for springtime. And then for special occasions, I'm thinking about Latafa's Antiquities 1886. And then if you see question marks, that's because I have not gotten that sample shipped to me yet, but I am looking to try a couple other ones for those spots. So same thing for summer, same thing for fall, et cetera, et cetera. And then we go down to, signature scents, one per category. As you see, Teo Cabanel's Je ne sais quoi is right there. Work scents, I have a couple right here. Fresh scents, there's a couple there. Again, I'm still testing some of these. I want to have special events for evening, special for daytime charity events, et cetera, really fun dates. Then I'm going to have some sweet scents. So that's kind of how it's breaking down. Now, to answer your question, Je ne sais quoi, obviously a favorite. Another knockout favorite of mine is Gold Night by Killian. This is crazy. This quite literally smells like sweet sex. It smells like sweet sex. I kid you not. It's an aphrodisiac, okay? This opens up with a little bit of anise, and anise comes off, to me, like licorice. Weird, I know. Very weird. And then what happens is it melts and marries a honey scent that is very sweet, but then that is then tempered by patchouli, which is a little musky, little dirty, stinky almost. That's where the sex part comes in, I think. And so when you get this honey, patchouli, and this licorice scent, it creates a very, very mysterious, dark, sexy, I want to eat you up. Not a I want to eat you up like Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy, like, oh, you smell like a gourmand, you smell like chocolate, like something I can literally eat. But like, I want to sniff you. I want to get as close to your skin as possible because this is incredible. So Gold Night by Killian will likely be a part of my collection. A couple other ones. Supremacy in Oud by Afnan is a Middle Eastern brand that I think specializes in dupes. Very affordable. I'm pretty sure this can retail for less than $40, so it's very, very affordable. And it smells very rich. I feel like an Arabian prince when I wear this. It's incredible. Incredible. There is saffron, there's nutmeg in there. It's really, really solid. I like this. If you want to smell expensive, this is what I'm looking forward to right now for an expensive scent. I think I mentioned Francique 63.55. This is by Fragrance World, another house that specializes in dupes and clones of other more popular fragrances. Maybe you know BDK's Gris Charnel. This is a clone of that, and it's impeccable. It smells like a chai latte, like an Indian chai spicy latte. Not very milky like the Gris Charnel, but floral, powdery, really great for the fall time or any colder season, winter. It's going to be warming, that warm spiciness of it all. It's great. Indian chai tea, that's what that is. So those are a couple of my favorites so far. Okay. Sorry. You guys know I get really off into these tangents. Remember the English lessons? I remember, yeah. They definitely can get spendy. My younger brother was into that stuff, and even tiny sample bottles can get crazy price. I think he paid like $70 for a sample set of colognes once. Yeah. Well, yeah, he probably got at least 9 samples though. Samples, the most expensive I've seen these samples go for is $12. They range from 4 to $12, depending on the brand and depending on the retail price of a full bottle. And but micro, the good thing about the reason I'm buying so many samples like this, which is expensive, is because I think it's more expensive to buy a full bottle of a perfume or a cologne and fucking hate it. Because who has the money for that shit? I definitely don't. So I want to make sure that I actually am in love with a scent before I spend the extraordinary amount of money on the full bottle. Decants is perfect. They're perfect. When I sleep, I use rain sounds with brown noise mix, ASMR. Love you, Cho. K video still got me fucked up. Stefan, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry I did that to you. I'm sorry. I'm still watching them too, though. I'm not watching them as much, but I did subscribe to a couple channels that frequently post those videos, so yeah. I just want to be happy again. I haven't been actually happy for the last 10 years, looking for my reason to keep going, but keep grabbing air. Get your shit together, Micro. Get your shit together. You gotta get your shit together. You gotta, first of all, you gotta take some accountability and realize and accept the fact that you are where you are because of your choices and your decisions. I think the quickest you can accept that fact will be the simultaneous moment where you realize that you can also achieve anything else. Because when you believe in taking accountability for most of the outcomes in your life, that actually should give you self-esteem. That should actually give you confidence, right? That's the way I think about it. We gotta dive into that, Micro. I would love to know a little bit more details, but we can say that for a private dialogue on Discord DMs or something like that. Hate to say it, pains me to do so, but the Volkswagen Jetta is still for sale. Hey, Perspective. From my life experience, being able to afford your rent and other bills without stress brings more than enough happiness. Nothing like knowing you have a place to sleep at night and food in the fridge. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, simple pleasures. Nothing beats Old Spice, my dad's fave. Listen, I tested, it's so funny you guys talk about Old Spice because I did test Hermes's H24 ADP, Eau de Parfum. And I love H24 Herbs Vives. Incredible scent, very unique, very crisp, very cooling, very herbaceous. But the original DNA for H24, not the best. I sprayed it on a tester, didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. I finally wore it, all day today on the body, on the skin, on the clothing. And I liked it better. And it really gave me Old Spice. It gave me Old Spice. I'm sorry, but nothing's wrong with Old Spice. Old Spice is a pleasant scent. It's a little bit old-fashioned and more traditional, a little outdated, but there's nothing unpleasant about Old Spice. The problem I have with H24 EDP is that I don't want to smell like Old Spice for Hermes coins. If I want to smell like Old Spice, I'll take my ass around the corner and down the street to the Target to pick up a bottle of Old Spice. I don't want to have to order from Hermes or Nordstrom. No. For $100+, I don't want to smell like Old Spice. So it's ultimately a no for me, and it's something I would not suggest other people go out and buy. I mean, definitely get a sample, try it for yourself. Everyone's DNA is a little bit different, but I'm not paying Hermes coins for an Old Spice scent. Not me, not I. So, anyway. Love you, Cho. Okay, wait. What? Fight on Micro, it will get better. Yes, it will get better. Hey, Chloe. And we love you, Micro. They say if you want to sleep with a girl with daddy issues, wear the same cologne he did. So I feel like that's partially why Old Spice is so popular, maybe. That's funny. Micro, I mean, I'll argue with you all day, but I don't know your situation, but also your situation is not unique. I do know that. I think to believe that your situation is like the only, like, your situation is the only situation that's happening in the world is very narcissistic. It's a little narcissistic. Your situation is not unique. We all have, some people have crippling disabilities, crippling anxieties. People go through tough shit. You're not the only one going through a terrible time. But also in that strength, with the fact that it's not unique, is that it's not unique that people are able to get themselves out of it. People are able to lean on other people for support, organizations for support, to climb out of it. It takes work, it takes strategy. It takes a little bit of perseverance too. But I get it, it's tough. Easier said than done. Easy for me to say, right? My life is great. Easy for me to fucking say. But I just want to encourage you that the minute that you lose the self-esteem is the minute that you'll never win. You'll never win. Period. Full stop. Honestly, you will never win if you don't have the self-esteem. So you've got to start with some modicum of self-esteem and optimism in order to turn your life around. You have to. There's no other choice. It's either that or you're a loser forever and ever and ever. And that's just me keeping it real. But you've got to have some modicum of optimism, because that will motivate you to fight for better for yourself, right? But yeah, anyway. Oh, the spreadsheets? Absolutely. Dusty ass monitor. I know. I know. How do I feel about furries? Well, I think it's a little bit weird, but I have friends that are furries. It's fine with me. Sweet sex? Yes. I know everyone has their kinks and we should be explaining all that and shit, but furries need therapy. I put my foot down there. That's a valid opinion. If you want to pretend to be a fox who's pretending to screw a dog, you need some serious help. Not all furries do that. Slightly turn on right now. Oh, buy that scent? Listen, Banksy, I'm trying to tell you. And this is a masculine scent. I don't recommend this for women. But buy this for a man, a boyfriend, and you'll be all over him all the time. Gold Night by Killian. I'm telling you. I want to touch myself when I put it on. I'm just being honest. I have a friend who came out as one. What? What do you mean coming out? And told me how it wasn't a kink thing and they just like the cosplay and art aspect of it. I think there are people like that. I mean, there are people who jack off to anime. There are people who dress up as anime characters and have sex. But that does not mean that me, as an anime watcher, I'm into that type of stuff. Not I. Certainly not I. Oh, it's 5 or 6 tiny bottles? Well, and by the way, these samples, look at the juice. They don't fill them up, by the way. You only get like a milliliter or two. Like, you don't buy you don't buy big samples. That would be a waste of money, because if you don't like that shit, you just bought all that juice for a bunch of money that you're not going to get back. So it makes sense that the samples are small. They should not be large. That defeats the purpose of a sample. My friend seems pretty normal. He's doing his PhD right now. Apparently there's another furry in his department. You should do ASMR. You have a good voice. I would go straight to sleep. I do ASMR major. You can go follow my channel. It's called Relax with Cho. Relax with Cho. Yes, we need to take responsibility for our choices. I agree. That not normal person, and I don't need a PhD to know that. Yep, not being in debt is everything. You get your paycheck and it's all yours, period. Straight up, no one wants my life. I don't even get help from family. I'm on the verge of being on the streets and losing my cat of 14 years, and no one gives a single fuck about it. Well, that's not true either, Micro, because we do. I'm sorry to hear that, though. I'm multitasking watching you in F1 right now. Oh, but thanks, Chloe. Sure, Micro is so cool when he has a car and helps out a bunch when he needs help. Let's ghost him because he's not useful anymore. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We getting into the meat of it now, y'all. Wait, let me get a drink because we getting into the meat. We got something to chew on. Give me a second. We got something to chew on, y'all, from Micro, our homeboy Micro. Yes, I do have a fridge on my second floor. Yes, I do. Come on now, get into it. Get into it, y'all. I'm so excited to create content for my ASMR channel, guys. You have no idea. Super excited. And by the way, for those that are a little bit like, oh, I can't get into the whispering, I have decided that as I have matured in my taste for ASMR, I don't really like a lot of the whispering myself. So you can look forward to my channel being mostly soft spoken, not whispered, which is a big difference. So you have that to look forward to. Okay, so let's get into it. I've tried to off myself twice. Do you have any idea how bad it feels to feel like a screw up and then screw up ending everything twice? And that is a little embarrassing, honey. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a little embarrassing, Micro. You even screwed that up. But listen, that's God's favor. That's just God's favor. I think you've got a lot to unpack and to discard. It seems like you've been betrayed by a lot of people. You've been used and abused by a lot of people. And this has destroyed your faith, is what this has done. Completely destroyed your faith, right? Because you have people that you have given the shirt off your back for that has turned their back on you. And I can imagine how devastating that has been. I've had a couple friendships end, and I haven't lost many friends in my life. I'm very proud of the relationships I have in life. But the few friendships that I have lost, like had like major falling outs with, it was because of disloyalty and crossing boundaries that I didn't think friends would ever cross. I didn't think that friends would ever attack each other. Like that's attacking people personally is just not something I do with friends. I had a really big falling out with a somewhat famous person, actually. I'm not gonna say their name because they're now dead. They're now deceased. Listen, fight with me, and it's gonna be bad for you. I'm being facetious, but if you knew this person, you would know that like dark humor, she's into it. But we had a major falling out over her turning her back on me publicly. And I would never attack her. Even if I ever had a falling out with someone that I was friends with, like they really hurt me, I would never talk about them online. I just would not do that. That's just not in my DNA. But anyway, suffice to say, I do understand a glimpse of how you're feeling, because when that happened to me, Micro, I lost a little bit of faith in people, right? Like I lost a little bit of faith in humanity. And I think that's where you are. You've lost your faith in humanity. And that combined with likely self-esteem issues is why you are where you are. Um, I don't like strong scents on men. Very light citrus water lily scent. You like skin scents. I like that too. I love fruity and sweet smelling perfumes. I really love Joe Malone. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. This is Joe Malone Orange Blossom. Right here. It's right here. It's really good. I love florals on men. I talked about this earlier today. I love a floral on a man. I think florals can be great. I lean towards the white florals, actually. Anyway, I don't think my situation's the only one, but it's extremely fucked up. I believe you. I believe you, Micro. I believe you. Old Spice smells wonderful too. Yeah. Hot sauce put me through some tough times. Not hot sauce, Captain Fart Kids. Welcome, darling. Welcome. Hey, Paulina. My family's in walking distance and won't help with the most basic shit that would help me. I'm in the worst possible spot that I literally cannot get out of without support. I'm so sorry, Micro. I'm so sorry. Yes, Micro is a mod now. Hey, Sports Jazz fan. That's the issue. When you go through tough times, you think you're the exception and the rules don't apply to you. You're unique in your pain, not true. You are a part of the reason. I have great news. I got a job. It's part-time for now, but it's a start. Congratulations, Paulina. That's awesome. Anime characters are not always human. They're not real. They're quite literally imaginary. And don't even get me started in like the children, like the younger anime characters, because most anime characters are under the age of 18. Don't get me started on that, Micro. Do not get me started on that. That whole lolly bullshit, don't get me started on that. Weird is weird, okay? Weird is weird across the board. It is. Sorry for being unnecessarily emotional in this fun stream, everyone. Not very fair to me to throw serious shit. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are allowed to ask me any question. These streams are my office hours, okay? These are my, look at the thumbnail. These are my office hours. They're here for you to connect with me about a variety of topics, personal, fun shit, tough shit, political shit, personal shit. We talk all the shit here in these streams. So, Micro, never apologize for taking the conversation down a different path. But I do want to offer you my DMs. Honestly, I offer you my DMs. I offer you the Discord community. We do have an advice channel in the Discord channel that you're welcome to use. At your discretion, of course. I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm just trying to let you know that everyone is not a piece of shit like you've been led to believe. There seems to be a lot of people that have led you to believe that people are just all shitty. And spoiler alert, a lot of them are. But there's a few of us. There's a few of us. There's a few of us who aren't raging pieces of shit. I promise you, okay? I promise you, okay? Anyway, Wet naps? What's wet naps? Hey, administration. Don't be extra. Oh, have a good night, Banksy. Have fun at your niece's birthday. Love you too. It's gay ASMR. We coined that shit. Yes. Period. That's another thing. If there is a God, why is he taking children's lives and people like me don't even want to be here anymore? It's completely unfair and disgusts me. Well, that's a tough question. That's a tough one. I don't have the answer for that one, Micro. It's a tough question. I like ASMR too. I'm into it. I have particular taste. I prefer whispers and personal attention. I like it done by a young, handsome Asian man. That does it for me. Oh, that's so cool. So I like personal attention, but I have gone more into the soft spoken. But if you like personal attention, I recommend Articulate Design. He does more luxurious personal attention. So he like books you on first class flights. He's from Dubai, so he's actually rich and lives a rich lifestyle. In fact, he actually took, oh my God, not being ready to say, he actually took me on a tour around Dubai in his car, like I was fucking there. But he did a video where he drives the viewer around Dubai and shows off the different parts of Dubai, and that was really, really cool. It was a very realistic personal attention because it wasn't a role play. He was actually driving throughout Dubai. So that was really cool. But basically, the Articulate brand is like his brand of luxury companies. That's kind of like his niche. That's like his gig. Really great. I highly recommend him. Oops. Good, innocent people lose their lives every day, but miserable sacks of flesh like me get to keep going. Why? I'm not God, Micro. I don't have that answer. I'm not omniscient. Sometimes I can be omniscient, but in this case, I'm not omniscient. I think there's a purpose for everyone, and there's opportunities for a lot of people. And I do think that God uses people as an example. And sometimes it's hard to understand, but I think to understand would put you on the same level of God, which none of us are on. So and full stop, that's not a good explanation because religion and faith is illogical. It's illogical. You know, there is at every step a leap of faith you have to take when we have these discussions. And so you're asking really good questions, Micro, but I can't be the one to provide those answers for you because it does require, at least in my journey in life so far, it requires a bit of faith that I know you are not ready to open up to right now, which is totally okay. You're not there yet. You got to meet people where they are. I just scrolled through and heard him talk, and I was like, wow, his voice is literally perfect for just regular talking. Like he's now very, well, main major, go follow my ASMR channel, Relax with Cho. I just posted my first video. So it's my second YouTube channel. I come out with videos every Monday. So every Monday there will be a new ASMR video for you to check out. But yeah, I started this channel, started off as an ASMR channel. So yeah. Controversial question, pickles or cucumbers? Pickles every time. Pickles every time. I think part of my issue is I grew up learning life was one way, and when I got older, found out absolutely none of that was true. Yeah. Yeah. A job doesn't guarantee housing or a home. Not everyone will find love. People who cheat and still do and will get ahead in life. Being truthful means nothing. Everything's all backwards. I disagree with some of that, though. I disagree with that. I disagree with some of that. I think the issue what I just read. I think the issue is that you grew up thinking that life was black and white. That's what I just read. I'll read it again. A job doesn't guarantee housing or a home. Not everyone will find love. People who cheat and steal do and will get ahead in life. Being truthful means nothing. Everything is all backwards. You grew up thinking that everything was black and white. Why would a job guarantee housing? If your spending is out of control. Listen, I'm a fan of Dave Ramsey and his show, and I've heard some crazy shit about people making poor decisions with their jobs that led to their homes being foreclosed on. So no, just having a job doesn't guarantee housing. You know, you have situations where people get kicked out of their homes for various, whether they're renting, they get kicked out. Job didn't guarantee it, you know. I mean, you're right. Not everyone will find love. Not everyone's deserving of love either. Depending on how you treat people and what value you have to offer other people, that's a reality. So a lot of those things are black and white, and they're not black and white. There's a little bit of gray. People who cheat and steal do and will get ahead in life they always do on the front end, right? Cheaters, schemers, scammers, they get ahead on the front end. But do they always get ahead on the back end? Some may say they do. I don't believe it to be true. So, you know, yeah, everything's topsy-turvy for you right now. I get it. That's a whole different fucked up thing. Oh, the lolly people? Yeah, I know. Child. My brother tells people I'm lazy because I'm in the middle of a disability case. He's a Christian. Well, listen, Captain Farkas, Christians are the worst Christians I know. Did you hear me? Christians are the worst Christians I know. I'm trying to tell you. Did you hear me? Christians are the worst Christians I know. And I mean that. And I mean that. Trying to tell you. Okay. I wish I had friends like you all growing up. It's not too late, my girl. It's not too late. You have us now. Hey, Gavin Tool, what's going on? My brother's the same way, Captain. He doesn't understand I have a ton of issues and need legitimate help from if I'm going to get on my feet. I honestly thought by now I'd be married with a couple of kids. I have so much love and knowledge to share and no one to share it with. You gotta wade through the shit to find them. True. A wet nap? Like a wet napkin? Well, that's what I thought it was. That's the brand name, right? Wet nap? And I lost my black card a decade ago. I know I look like I'm very black, B-U-H-L-A-C-K. I don't know, you seem like God. Well, listen, I am God's favorite. Now that I am. Honestly, you have a great aura and vibe. I feel the positivity and calm strength from you. Thank you for being open and creating a safe place for people to... Absolutely. Absolutely. Now listen, I can call you guys a bunch of cunts sometimes, because sometimes you guys are a bunch of cunts. It's true. It happens sometimes. We all are a little cunty sometimes. But what I like about this community is that we can talk about politics, we can rip each other's heads off, and call each other slurs and be mean and nasty. And then it's all water off the duck's back, and we can have some serious dialogue where we can like really have conversations. And that's why I believe that the ultimate safe place is a place of free speech. And that's why I'm happy that I'm able to be attracting people that are open to having conversations, because I believe we need to have more conversations, not less. It's always better to have more conversations than less conversations. Because when you don't communicate, that is where conflict and confusion arise. That's where they live, in lack of communication. Right? Conflict lives in miscommunication. That's where it lives. So, but thank you, Reed. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Hope you subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. There's the link again. Join the Discord. We can chat all the time. I'll beat your ass in Master Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel too if you want me to. I play Harpy Ladies. Very cunty. Devastating. Devastating. Every TV show growing up showed a guy working a full-time job being able to afford a house. Yes, that was television, and sure, maybe that was stupid for child micro. No. We all were fed that, not just through TV, but through media and through our parents. I get it. What are we talking about, Chloe? We're talking about basically the American dream. We're talking about, we're talking about Micro's personal issues, but to extrapolate from that a little bit, zoom out, what we're discussing is the American dream and if it's actually a nightmare or not. The woman who's manager of the hotel I used to work at got the position by throwing me under the bus and getting me fired. Woof. She scammed her way to the top. Fake ass bitch. Her asshole that doesn't work right. Her asshole doesn't work right. Now you need to tell us that story. I want to know. I want to know that story. I believe in karma. You send out positivity and kindness, generosity, compassion, all comes back. Listen, I have a very privileged life. And and one thing I can tell you for a fucking fact, I treat people well. The thing I'm most proud of in my life are my relationships. Oh my God, I'll cry right now. Today at work, I'm gonna tell a quick story real quick. And this is why I believe in treating people well. This is why. And this relates to micro too, by the way. This relates to micro, but it's not off topic. Shut up. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm getting ready to go on a slight tangent, but it's not a real tangent. Okay? Shut up. So, I was at work today, and this mom came in with her child, and without giving too much identifiable details about where I work, we have particular food. It's kind of particular. A little kid from the inner city Columbus is not looking to eat at my restaurant. Okay? But I go above and beyond when it comes to children specifically. As someone that studied nutrition in college, I'm a lover of food. I've worked in the restaurant industry for 12 plus years now, 10 plus years. I'm passionate about food. I teach cooking classes. Now, today I teach cooking classes too, as like a little side gig. But anyway, I'm passionate about introducing food to children and getting them to have open palates. Anyway, I gave this parent and her child a lot of attention at work. Much more attention than I had time to give, to be quite frank, because we were fucking packed, okay? Bunch of bullshit this week at work. But I gave her a lot of personal attention, and I got the kid to eat some food. So I'm checking on tables later on. She's been seated for like an hour, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever. I go check on her periodically, and she's like, "What's your name? Who are you?" I'm like, "Well, I'm one of the managers here, blah, 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 da, da, da." And she starts to tear up. She's like, my son is autistic. And I'm like, I don't know that. The kid looked normal as could be. Talked normal as could be. I mean, look, a shy little boy, whatever. Talked very normal, whatever. She's like, I can quite literally never get my son to eat. And I don't know if this is like an autistic thing. I have no experience with autism or how to regulate it or how to manage it. I don't know people that have autism. I'm pretty ignorant about it. So I don't know if that's something that happens to autistic children, but she told me that she can hardly get him to eat anything and that I was able to get him to eat food. And she just wanted to thank me. And the moral of that story is not about her thanking me, but it's about how you meet strangers and you don't know what the fuck they're going through. To me, I was just doing my fucking job. I like little kids. I like feeding them. I like getting them to try different weird foods because I think that's great. Like, I hate little brats are like, oh, I don't want to eat that. It looks weird. I like parents that force their children to experiment and try that. It's okay to dislike things, right? And so I'm just doing my little duty. I'm a little pretentious when it comes to food. So like, no, you're going to eat this fucking kale, okay? You're going to try this kale. If you don't like it, that's one thing, but you're going to fucking try it. You're not going to say you don't like it if you haven't tried it. Not at my restaurant. So anyway, the moral of the story is you don't know what people are going through. I met this person thinking nothing of what she was going through, and I treated her with kindness. I put effort into her, and I touched her. And so, how am I connecting the story? Here I go, trying to connect the story. That's why I think that people should try to be relationship-oriented, especially to strangers. Because you don't know if someone is like one mental breakdown from suicide. You just don't fucking know. And that's why I want this community to be a safe space for people to express whatever thoughts they have, whether it pisses people off, makes them uncomfortable, or not. So anyway, I almost started crying when I told my coworkers, I'm like, oh my God, like, who the fuck am I? Like, I was just trying to get the kid to eat food, right? Didn't know it was like this, like, really transformational moment for this customer of mine. Anyway, we should remain positive thinking and try our best not to worry or dwell on how people treat us. Well, major, good point. I'm going to take that comment and add to that comment. It's less about how people treat you. Go zoom out even more. It's about the things you can't control. You can't control how other people treat you. You can't control other people being shitty. The only thing you can control is you. So you can create boundaries and remove yourself from the hurt, but you're never going to be able to change people's behavior. They have to change it themselves. And I think, and I'm just talking shit, so I don't know. But I feel like, Micro, I think one of the reasons why you're so hurt, and one of the reasons why you're so bitter towards your family specifically, is because you want them to do the right thing, and you are putting so many expectations on them doing the right thing. And while that's not a crazy thing to do, to put those expectations on them, they are unrealistic. They're unrealistic expectations based on what you have told me so far. And so it only hurts yourself to expect unrealistic things, right? Like, I can tell you right now, I keep waking up expecting to afford an Hermes bag. I wake up, I'm like, today's the day. I'm gonna get 1,000,000 subs. I'm gonna make $1,000,000. And the first thing I'm buying is an Hermes bag. It's setting yourself for disappointment, right? So I think it's easy, and again, this is all easier said than done. I don't want to minimize your feelings, Micro. I'm not. That's not my intentions to minimize what you're going through, because I don't know what you're going through exactly. I don't know you enough to know exactly what's going on mentally, physically, and environmentally. I just don't know. But what I do know is that it would serve you better to focus what little energy and effort you may have in the gas tank on the things that you can control, on the things that you can influence. That's what I believe in doing when I'm under life's challenges. Not focusing on the bullshit that I can't control, not focusing on the asshole that's doing some bullshit, focusing on the things that I can control without a shadow of a doubt, right? My brother never offered to help either, just goes around telling people I'm horrible. Oh, I'm so sorry. Saying he talks mad shit about me, says I'm being lazy, need to man up. He gets so much help from his wealthy friends and other people with payments on his rent and shit. Payments on rent? What? Do me a favor, Micro, and put your brother in contact with me. How does he have friends paying on rent? What? What kind of friends do... What? 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 Did I read that right? He gets so much help from his wealthy friends and other people with payments on his rent. Now that's wild. And then he goes, oh, you need to try harder. No one helped me. Like, bitch, people paid your bills for you and gave you a place to sleep, you asshole. Oh, woof. Yeah, that's gay man, Cho. We get mad at each other and then go drink Dixon beer later, period. He told people I went to jail for 6 months, which isn't even close to being true. Woof. It sounds, Micro, to me, it sounds like you need a break from your brother. It sounds toxic. Depends on what Christians you're talking about. I mean, that's pretty much generalization of 1 billion people. I don't think you can generalize that many people. No, I didn't. What I said, Chloe, is the Christians I know are the worst Christians. That's not a generalization. That's my own personal experience. That's what I said. The worst Christians I know are Christians. That's what I said. I didn't say that Christians are the worst Christians. I said the worst Christians I know are Christians. There's a difference. Freedom of speech is only free when it doesn't offend those who can dish it out, however, not be able to receive it. It's all free. It's all free. Believe me, I can be the queen of cunts, but everyone is entitled to their opinion, whether I agree with it or not, period. Oh, yes, the American dream. The problem with the dream is that you have to be asleep to believe in it. Comment of the day. Comment of the day. Tweet worthy. Let me go tweet that real quick. Let me go tweet that. Ooh, not them dragging me on Twitter. What do I do? I'm always getting dragged on Twitter. But fuck them. Thank you, Chloe, for that that quote. Hey, James White. She talked mad shit about housekeepers and deemed slutty when she told me she used to sleep around like a mofo when she was younger. Different guy every night. Yikes. American dream. We're Canadian. We're wide awake. I think the dream used to be rags to riches. It's now being famous and rich as a byproduct, period. 350% streaming tariff. Not that. Autism doesn't have a face or an expression. It's oftentimes internal. That's what I learned today, Sincere. I learned that today. It was a valuable lesson for me. I'm in food too. I serve it up. Oh, I'm far behind in chat. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'll try to catch up. But you guys, we're talking about some intense stuff. I'm sorry. I'm in the food too. I serve it up, and we're trying to get people to try new foods they're maybe not accustomed to. You don't know if you like it until you try it. That story was so touching. Yes, I loved it. Almost made me cry. My headphone died, so the stream froze on an unflattering still of you. I screenshot it for Discord. Perfect. Hey, Island Girl. Do you watch sports? No. Do you think it was a good idea that Kanye West got banned from every social media platform? No. I like the advice you give. You don't talk down, don't blame, point out things that need to be pointed out, or call out things that need it, but in a respectful way. And you do it in a way that's like you're talking at me and not down to me. Well, this is a conversation. Yes, Micro. And if you ever feel like I'm not if I'm not talking that way, please call me out. Listen, I may be close to God, but I'm not perfect. Okay? I talk out of both sides of my mouth sometimes, and sometimes I get a little flagrant. And you know, men always ask me what that mouth do. And what I always say is it yaps. That's what this mouth does, is it yaps. So if I am being disrespectful or unproductive in a way that's for you, just call it out. Because I'm not going to be offended. You can't offend me. So, Island Girl, hey girl, I need you. Island Girl's here. I sold her Narcotica's Happy Dust, which is an extremely vanilla fragrance that is decadent, very decadent. I loved it, just not for me. It's very feminine. So I like sweet scents, but it leaned a little bit too heavy on the feminine side. It made me feel like an older, rich white woman in a fur jacket eating white chocolate, and I'm none of those things. Well, I do have a white fur jacket, 100% rabbit fur, but I'm not white, I'm not rich, and I don't eat white chocolate, and I'm not old. So, anyway, Island Girl, I cannot wait for you to get that fragrance. It's so good. It does smell rich. It smells decadent, and I think you're gonna really, really love it. When I worked for Apple years ago, they taught me two things that stuck with me. One, assume positive intent, period. If you assume someone's attitude is to personally attack you, then it's that energy you give, period. Never respond with, I understand, as we don't know what that person is going through. Instead, relate to the emotion. Yes. Yes, Island Girl, yes. Yes. You gotta have tough alligator skin. Let people say, roll right off you like butter. Period, man. Period. It was his friend's parents. Wow. They help with rent and car payments and insurance payments multiple times. Hi, Custom Tailor. That's crazy. He doesn't live in the same state anymore. He barely talks to me unless he needs something that benefits him. Last time I tried to help him, he got in an accident with my car and fucked me hard. Every time I'm nice to someone, it screws me over hard, so I stopped being nice to people. You know, I know I can understand your heart being hardened by something like that. Like I told you before, when I've been betrayed by friends, it diminishes my faith in humanity a little bit. Like when my good Judy dragged me. So the girl I had a falling out with, I'm not gonna say her name, but she was a famous blogger. She was a famous blogger in the reality TV world. And so if you watch Bravo, if you watch Survivor, CBS reality TV shows, if you watch any of those shows and you follow the blogs, you may know who this person is. But I used to write for her, actually. I wrote for her for free, by the way, for free. I mean, I'm not gonna relitigate that whole situation. But when she betrayed me and dragged me on her blog and said terrible things about me online to her audience, I was devastated. Devastated. Not because all these people thought this about me, because I don't give a fuck about people and their opinions of me, but I do care about people betraying my trust and my loyalty. And I just never thought, I'm delusional, I guess. I never thought that people would not reciprocate the energy that I give them. It never occurred to me. I am a Baptist Christian, but to be honest with you, the closest thing I have to a very intense religious belief is in the golden rule. You treat people how you want to be treated, right? And so what Micro is having an issue with is he's treating people how he wants to be treated, but no one is treating him how they want to be treated. And that can do a number on your mind, on your mental state. That can do a number. I can understand your feelings. Is scissoring a thing? I have no idea, as I'm not a lesbian. I don't scissor. Hey, Chris Pelletier. People who can admit when they're wrong are worthy of respect. I agree, Chris. I agree. Cho, you hear about Trump's tariffs on Europe? The European Union put a 50% tax on our whiskey. Then Trump says, fine, bruh, 20% on all European wines. I did hear about that. And I know that everyone's mad at Trump and these tariffs. But let me tell you something. And this is not to be like, we're America's big, bad, and tough, but bitch, we are. In a battle of attrition, we beat everybody. In a battle of which country can suffer longer with these tariff wars, we win. We win. We win. Some of our states have higher GDPs than some of these European countries. So I ain't worried about no tariff war, but no, not in a country on the global scale. Not worried about none of it, to be quite frank with you. Long term, okay? That's all I want to say about that. I mean, child, Trump's a fucking bully. He's a bully, and he's going to get what he wants, for the most part. He's going to bully his way into getting what he wants, for the most part. Anyway. Normally I just get, nah, you're wrong, you suck, stop whining. Like, my bad, I didn't know dealing with untreated mental health issues was complaining. Thought I was venting. I hear you. Hi, Ursula Love. Thanks, Cho. Glad I found you. I subbed. Hope to catch your live again soon. You love deeper conversations. Have a great morning, afternoon, night. Bye-bye, darling. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. I'm so sick of being taken advantage of for being so stupidly caring and nice. I do, because he was anti-Semitic. Okay, I disagree with you, Magic, and that's okay if we disagree. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt because I don't get that, and I believe in fairness, but people take advantage of that too. They do. I just think I'm too soft for this world. Well, I think people can be too soft in the world. And I do think that you have to, again, I think you have to realign your expectations. I think some of your expectations, because of the way you were raised, have resulted in you having unrealistic expectations of people. I think you need to know when to put up boundaries. Because I don't know your situation, of course, but I can almost guarantee you that your brother has done at least 10 shitty things to you in your life. And it was probably the third really shitty thing that he did to you that you should have reevaluated your relationship with your brother and cut him off. Full stop. Like before getting to the part where you lent your car to him, I'm sure there were 3 other moments where you thought, well, that was a shitty fucking thing for him to do to me. And if you would have done that, if you would have had stronger boundaries for what you are willing to give to people that don't deserve your kindness, you would have maybe prevented some of the pain you've incurred. I'm not sure. Leo Lopez, you're probably about to get banned, not because you're using bad language, but because we don't do spam. You can say the N-word all you want, but don't spam. And you didn't even use the hard R. You dumb cunt. Like, what? Like, you didn't even use the hard R. You lame as fuck. You are really lame as fuck, you pussy asshole. Like, what? It's crazy. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Okay. Amen to that. I should have been some rich prick's entitled son. Scissoring is a thing and it's pretty hot in my opinion, really. My lesbian friend says no, just wanted a second opinion. Can you say hi? No, Celeste. Give me a super chat and I'll say hi to whoever you want me to say hi to. Lesbians don't do that. Source, lesbian friends. My country always wins, even when we lose. Just because she doesn't mean they all don't. But to be fair, I'm not a lesbian, so... Hey, Penguin. You like CeeLo Green? Who's CeeLo Green? Bro has no fathom of a world-changing order like these tariffs just sparred. Penguin, you may be new here. But bitch, I don't got a thing to worry about in terms of these tariffs. I just don't. I just don't. So, let's start there. Now, I will be pissed off if my matcha has tariffs because Trump probably thinks that we can just grow American green tea like the dumbass that he is. But I'm gonna need my green Japanese tea from Japan to not be fucked with. I think that would be the only thing that I'd be upset about. If he starts putting tariffs on green tea, I'm gonna be pissed. Cause y'all know I love a good matcha. So anyway. He also praised Hitler, which is worse than murder in my opinion. Well, Magic, you're delusional. Quite literally, that's the most delusional thing I've heard today, Magic Johnson. Sorry. That is a very low IQ take. You mean words are worse than actual murder of someone? Are you out of your fucking mind, Magic? To be quite frank with you, you are always coming in here with some bullshit about anti-Semitism. I don't give a fuck. Let me be clear. I don't. Please. Get your identity politics bullshit out of my face, darling. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. Praising Hitler is worse than someone dying, than a baby being murdered. Are you out of your fucking mind? I mean, you guys say this shit. You guys actually say shit like this with your full chest, and you don't think it's crazy. It's that is crazy to me. That is like that is so crazy to me. Like, y'all really say this and y'all really believe it. Like, girl. Okay. Australia's not real. I've been there. Funny you say that. I've been highly considering cutting off my family, but I just love them so much, and I can't understand why. It's like an abusive relationship. I can't get out of. It's abusive. Yes, and again, I'm assuming that it's part of your self-esteem. I think, and this is just me speculating, but at your core, you may think that you deserve this treatment in a weird, fucked up way. You may subconsciously believe that you can't make other family, you can't make other friends. You may be conditioned to believe in those falsehoods. A lot of people are that are in abusive relationships. They end up thinking, I know someone that's been dating a douchebag for 14 years. Probably doesn't think that they can get a better partner. The idea of that is so monumental that it just feels easier to stay in the abusive relationship. It's easy. It is literally easier to not do anything, right? So I don't know. It's something you got to really think about and take action. Again, micro, you've got to focus on the things that you can control. You do. I don't. Penguin, I don't. I'm Ohio rich. I'm just saying. Ohio rich. This household is good over here. All our needs are being met. The multiple mortgages are all being paid for. So, I mean, Penguin, I vote for y'all case, for y'all sakes. I vote to help y'all out. But I'm someone that believes in autonomy, and my life is proof of such. I believe that I'm talking about Cho, I believe that 95% of the things that happen to me in my life are my fault, good and bad. And my household believes in the same thing. And that's why we are successful. So, Penguin, we're good over here. Columbus, Penguin, Columbus, Ohio. You're so cute. Hey, Bed Tundy, baby girl. Bed Tundy calling me cute. I don't know about that, honey. Can't worry too much about what you can't change. Yes, Lisa, period. What they even make there? Nada. He's cutting funds that goes towards buying food for food pantries for the poor, and that's how I get a lot of my food these days, so that's going to directly affect me negatively. I'm pretty sure green tea is regular tea leaves. They harvest early for their lighter taste. I'm no tea farmer. Don't get me started on that. I can talk for hours about Japanese green tea. Thank goodness we're cutting your food. You getting big. Jeff, you a piece of shit for that. Boy, you getting big. You say you getting big. Stop. What are your opinions on abortion? It was not clear to me. I believe in bodily autonomy across the board. So I believe in being anti-vax if you're an adult. I believe in transitioning fully as a transsexual if you're an adult. And I believe in aborting your babies if you're an adult. I have principles across the board. Democrats hate me. Republicans hate me. Those are my opinions. I believe in bodily autonomy. I don't believe in abortion. I'm actually against abortion morally. I don't think that women should get abortions. I think they do a lot of damage to the psyche. I think it's a lot of long-term damage. I believe that culturally we have started to use abortion services as birth control. I think there's so many things wrong with it morally, but at my core, I believe in the principle of bodily autonomy, so I believe people should have access to it. I know, nuance, wild. The nuance is wild there, I know. It's hard to make friends, especially when you don't like talking to people. I get that, yeah. I don't know what iFunny is. Do you think two obsessive people can make a relationship work? For a time, maybe, yeah. How about we see what happens with these tariffs instead of fear-mongering the what-ifs? You all forget the past 2 years weren't great. Maybe we try something else. What were we doing didn't work, in my opinion. Girl, I know, Island girl. Listen, I'd rather burn shit down and rebuild. You know what? I'm not gonna get into a rant. I'm not gonna rant. I'm not gonna rant. You almost took me there, Island Girl. You almost took me there. I'm not gonna rant about this. Also, where did the damn taxes go? To billionaires and corporations. That's where. I can tell you where. Money laundering. It's one big laundromat. Lots of washing, lots of suds. We are finding out, and I'm all about auditing those who are quick to audit us and take our money for BS. What happened to Leah? She does not really come to the streams that often anymore, but she's a mom. The bitch is busy, okay? But she's in Discord, Chloe. So, you know, I stream pretty late. You know, I stream, you know, from 11:30 until like 2. She has children, so it's difficult sometimes for her to make these evening streams. Terry's are already lowering prices. Inflation is dropping. Border crossings is dropping. The winds. Y'all know that I'm at an 85 approval rate with Trump. When I voted for him, I was at 60% approval. But the winning has been winning. The winning has been winning. It really has. Border crossings are down. Inflation is down. Like, the winning has been winning. I don't know. Energy prices are down. I mean, and these are just facts. These are just facts. It's just facts. I don't know. I mean, he's really done everything that he said he was going to do. Now, the whole genocide bullshit, don't get me started on that. When I voted for him, I knew he was a Zionist. But so is 95% of Congress. So, including every presidential candidate, right? Well, Jill Stein was not. But, anyway. But so was 95% of Congress. They're all Zionist. So, I knew that. When he went over there and started sucking Israel's dick, when he started doing all that, I was not shocked. Wasn't shocked. I mean, I was like disgusted, of course, but wasn't shocked. They cut $1 billion that was meant to go towards food for schools and food pantries. Clearly, they don't care about their citizens unless they're wealthy. I would disagree. I would disagree. My girl, maybe you don't know this, but in the most recent, and I'm saying this because it's not black and white, micro. And statements like that where you say, clearly they don't care about their citizens unless they're wealthy. Well, how can that be true when he just ended all taxes on Social Security? Did you even know that you're... So when I found this out, first of all, when I found this out that Social Security was taxable income, do you know I lost my ever-loving shit? I like called my partner and I was like, babe, did you know that Social Security was taxed? And you know, my partner's 55 years old. He's 20 years older than me. And so he was like, yeah, babe, like when I was younger was when they started taxing it. I was like, that is fucking wild. You mean that Social Security, people that are on disability have to pay taxes on a system that they have already paid into to receive funds from? That's fucking psychotic. It's fucking psychotic. And it took a Republican to say enough of that. But we're not talking about just you, Micro. You made a comment that said that they don't care about citizens unless they're wealthy. People that are on Social Security are not wealthy people. These are people that are typically poor. These are veterans. These are people on disability. These are people that get SSI checks. These are people that are typically very poor. So, again, that comment is not congruent with what the actions are. There's a lot of nuance with policy. I can agree with you that the majority of politicians are scumbags. And they really only care about lining the pockets of their friends and supporters, people that are going to keep them to have a job. I think that Trump is a narcissistic sociopath who is really only interested in being in the history books. Honestly, to God, that's what I think. I think he's really only interested in being in the history books. Now, if the country somehow benefits from that, it won't be because that's what he wants to happen. It will be a byproduct of him wanting to be a historic precedent. That's my opinion on Trump. Morally, I can't support it. I would live with that guilt forever if I aborted my baby, but that's just me. I agree. Most women do. The economy was not doing all right before. What economy, Micro? Which economy we're talking about? What's your opinion about Chinese aggression? Because currently live in the Philippines. Do you believe a possible war with a large U.S. military in this region? I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on international policy, to be honest. I would hope that we will be able to negotiate peace deals and prevent that. And I think that when you trade, and that's why I'm kind of like apprehensive about these whole tariffs, because I believe that trading with people is a form of peace. I think that having free trade in a capitalistic society is how you achieve peace. All right? Fair exchange. I don't know. Wow, this is horrible on so many levels. That's going to hurt a lot of families and elderly. I believe that the government really is trying to avoid a war with China while simultaneously gearing up to mess them up if we really need to. If there's one thing to do in America, it's hiking and enjoying wilderness. Where do you have you hiked? Well, I've hiked all over Columbus. I don't travel very often, to be honest. We go to Miami Beach every year for Christmas and New Year's for a couple weeks, and we like to do that. And it's a very expensive vacation, so we really can't afford to go anywhere else during the year outside of visiting family. We just don't have the budget these days. I'm in a lot of debt right now, so like I'm focusing on cleaning that up before even thinking about such luxurious experiences. But I do hike in the Columbus area quite a bit when it's nice out. We got some good metro parks here. Not to mention school kids. Kids can't learn on an empty stomach. I ain't getting no Social Security. He's supposed to end tax on tips and overtime too. Where's all that at? Well, the bill passed. Those bills passed, but those things take time to start. Micro. And then someone else pointed out to me that jobs will probably just cut hours to avoid overtime pay. And no, that's not. So that's not okay. So as someone that runs a restaurant, that would not be true. They would not. No. They wouldn't be taxed. And also, it's an incentive to give. It's actually an incentive to give overtime. I know a ton of people who voted for him for the no taxes overtime, and now they're pissy it hasn't happened yet. Listen, government takes time to do shit. They've been doing that, Micro. Yeah, if a company doesn't want to give you the change in overtime pay has nothing to do with the corporation. Whether you are taxed or not doesn't determine whether they want to give you more overtime or not. If they don't want to give you overtime, then they already are not giving you overtime. They're already not giving you overtime. Hey Stitch, how's it going? Long time no see. Well, you've never seen me, but that's besides the point. How are you? I've missed your lovely self. I am fantastic. I've had a very tough week from work. Work was crazy because it's kind of the first full week of spring-like weather, it's still winter. Now, don't get crazy now. It's still winter in Ohio. Don't get fucking crazy. Don't get delusional. It's still winter. But it's been a full week of spring-like weather. And so the restaurant was crazy busy. We're so behind on production. Like, I wish them luck tomorrow, but thank God I'm not working. So it's been rough, to be honest with you. But nothing I can't deal with. What is this stream about? Whatever you want it to be about. Oregon is beautiful. I hear that, Michael. I hear that. Just don't leave anything in your car because some scuds will come by and smash out your windows and grab your stuff while you're out hiking. That's crazy. Hey, Lex Corpone. Hello from France. Jobs don't want to pay out more money. But that has nothing to do with the tax cuts, though, that Trump is proposing. That has to do with jobs, not wanting to pay out more money. That has nothing to do with the tax cuts. How did that work out for McDonald's workers? What, you mean the extra hour, the hour increases? What are you talking about? Yeah, all that shit's been passed, Micro. All that, the no tax on that all got passed like weeks ago. All that stuff got passed, Micro. I mean, they have the House, the Senate, they have everything. That the no tax on tips got passed. The no taxes on overtime got passed. The no taxes on Social Security got passed. That stuff all got passed, but it doesn't take effect immediately. That's not how government works, unfortunately. They don't run like a company, so they don't run like that. But they will get those things. Micro, the bills have passed, but they will probably take a while to take effect. The only bill that would be passed and acted on with immediate effect is a declaration of war, period. Like when people say tax the rich, large corporations get tax breaks, employ people. It does trickle down. I work for a large company. They pass down the incentives by offering me free healthcare. I don't think that's always true, Island Girl. I think the trickle down theory, economy stuff, not a lot of backing to it. I do think that when companies are given incentives, I think it's just okay. How do I want to explain this? I believe in tax breaks. I don't believe in subsidies. The problem I think we have in this capitalist society is that the government wants to pick winners and winners and losers in the free market. They want people, so you know how Tesla got big was through subsidy spending, through subsidies. I know the girls love Elon, but the bitch is one of the biggest welfare queens there is. The far left, Democrats, which by the way, Elon Musk was such a thing 5 years ago, when they all loved him. The only people that drive Teslas are liberals. This has all been pushed through subsidies. So all these companies that are making success off EV vehicles are because the government, our democratic liberal governments, have given those companies specific tax breaks for creating those types of products. Whereas I believe that we should just let consumers choose who's fucking winning and who's losing in the free market, right? How many times have our government forced us through stolen tax dollars to bail out these gigantic fucking corporations that are not operating within budget? GM, all these car companies. Remember Obama bailed out all these companies, all these banks, these big banks, and these car companies. It's fucking crazy. If I was running a business, no one's gonna fucking bail my ass out. When I can't pay my bills at the end of the month, I'm not getting bailed out by other people's hard work. It's a bunch of bullshit. So I don't believe in subsidy spending. I believe in giving fair tax breaks to everyone, not picking and choosing which company is going to get this tax break, which company is going to get this tax break, which individual is going to get this tax. Give everyone less taxes overall. Okay, I'm getting far behind. They've been cutting hours on other jobs because they don't want to give 40 hours because that means benefits. Clocked. T. So people get 30 hours instead of 40 hours unless you've been there a long time at some corps. That's T. Yes. When I worked at McDonald's, no one wanted 15 hours besides the loser adults who had only McDonald's to rely on. But those adults should be doing things that require a $15 an hour job. Like they should be a manager. Like working at McDonald's should not be a career that pays the mortgage. Unless you're in management, of course, right? Because what you're doing is you're putting children out of a job. You're putting younger people out of a job. You're making the job market more difficult for younger people with no experience. Seems we're in the same boat. The forge is busy. Hunting season is around the corner, and we have both custom orders, sharpening requests, and side projects. Been hard to keep up. Tips should have never been taxed to begin with. This shit is so gross. But micro, this may be a hot take, but tips should not exist, period. Customers should not have to give tips at all. Your income should not be provided by customers. You know whose responsibility it is to provide you income? Your fucking employer. Now at my restaurant, we don't take tips. Now, we take tips, but we don't take tips electronically at all. And we encourage our regulars to not tip. Because you know why? We pay our fucking employees. Imagine paying your employee. Imagine. Tipping in and of itself is a scam for both the employee and the consumer. And what it does is it shifts all responsibility from the corporation and from the employer, and it creates a conflict between the employee and the consumer. Disgusting. It's disgusting. It's exploitation. And it's like, outside of income taxes, it is one of the most well accepted scams that we have in America. It's this tipping culture is disgusting. And I say that as someone that's worked in the restaurant industry for 12 plus years. Disgusting. It's exploitative. Every which way you cut it, it's exploitative. Shouldn't exist. Shouldn't exist. And when you look at the history of tipping in America, it was used to exploit people. That's why it started. Because employers didn't want to fucking pay their employees. That's how tipping started. Newsflash, it's an American thing. Like, that's how it started. It started because employers they wanted to cut costs. Paying for your employees is by far the largest expense of any restaurant. So that was their way of cutting costs, by not fucking paying their employees. Don't get me started on that. That's crazy. And also, by the way, the no tax on tips is kind of a softball pitch by the Trump administration in the first place, because a lot of people don't report their fucking tips. So it's not really going to change that many lives. Because a lot of people that I know, again, 12 years in the industry, a lot of people don't report their tips to begin with to the IRS. So it was and that's why you saw Kamala Harris say, oh yeah, I'll do no tax on tips, because it's just like, bitch, the IRS is not collecting on tips anyway. So, I mean, oh my God, don't get me started on tipping. Don't get me started on restaurants. Don't even get me started. First time I worked McDonald's, hourly pay was $3.25. Have a good night, Ursula. Thank you for being here. Well, and yeah, you're right. The rich, so the only so here's my issue. when it comes to bills, I vote against all taxes increases across the board. I don't care if the cure for cancer was in a bill and to increase taxation. No, they're immoral. Income taxes are immoral. To tax someone's productivity to punish someone for their productivity is in and of itself immoral. But especially when it is constantly proven that said taxation is used for corruption, money laundering, wars, more famine, more death, misappropriating funds. It's proven. So not only is it immoral in and of itself, but also on the backside, the use of taxes is immoral. So for me, there will never be a moment in my entire life where I vote for a tax increase. Never. It's never gonna happen. I don't care what the fuck's in the bill. Never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Because our Congress, our society has never proven that they can spend my money better than I can spend it. It's that simple. They've never proven that they can spend my money better than I can spend it. Listen, I can pull out my credit card right now and go into debt for an Hermes bag. The way my credit limits are set up, I can go into debt right now for an Hermes bag. I don't need the government to take my money and then go into debt with it. I can do that on my own and be happier. What? Like, what? What? I can go into debt all on my own, y'all. I'm already there. I can do that on my own and be happier than you stealing my money and going into debt on some bullshit in the Middle East. Okay? Some bullshit in Ukraine and Russia. I can be much happier spending my own money. I'm sorry. Y'all done got me pissed off. And I gotta go soon. It's 2:30. Why is my nose red? Broly, what race are you? But the girls say I'm Blasian. Imagine working your ass off to be someone and being forced to give up like 50%. That's disgusting. Not blight. Not blight. The government needs to stop buying out the car companies. They need to start buying out any company. Any company. No company is too big to fail. And you know why? Because that creates entitlement. That creates entitlement. It creates an unfair marketplace. Why is it that this company is allowed to do things wrong? They're allowed to indulge in fraud. They're allowed to indulge in debt. They're allowed to take bigger risks and not face the consequences like everyone else. It's just immoral. See, some things are immoral on its front. Some things are just immoral on its front. Oh, I can't get into politics. Pretty lie. I can't get, because listen, they'd assassinate my ass like they're trying to do Trump. Listen, they'd off me easily. Easily. I lived in a couple states. California gives the least hours. Playing in the middle of the street is a losing game, dude. I have principles. What are you talking about? I have principles. If you think playing middle of the street is me having principles, because I'm for bodily autonomy across the board, because I'm an anti-vaxxer and I believe in abortion rights and I believe in adults transitioning, that's called being fucking consistent. Try it out. Try it out. Try it sometime. See, when you have principles and when you are consistent, you don't have to think much. Things are not very complicated to talk about because you're consistent. I lived in a couple states, Kelly. Okay. Never mind, dude. Moving on. No answers or responses to my question. Broly, first off, be patient. Number two, I respond to almost every question. And the reason why is because I actually respect everyone's time. Now, I am a long-winded. I do get on tangents. And if you have no patience, then just leave. I'm sorry. But because I respect everyone's time that they are spending here, you know, I always say you could be doing so many things. You could be reading your Bible. You could be watching porn. You could be hanging out with your girlfriend. You could be watching another YouTuber. You could be doing so many things. So the least I can do is actually answer your question. I'm sorry people got here before you did, Broly. Okay? Be patient. Yes, worked at McDonald's when I left school. Couldn't believe they were adults in there who wasn't in management, working there to pay the bills. Stay in school, kids. I mean, get skills. And it doesn't even always involve school. It means like developing skills. Big Dublin, Jan are up in Arlington talk. I'm not gonna tell you where I live, Penguin, but if you know, you know, bitch. I don't got shit to worry about. How about I'll just tell you that. I'll tell you that. Okay? Take that however the fuck you want to take it, Penguin. But I don't got shit to worry about. I feel bad for Americans that are pretty much spoon-fed American cars because of the tariffs. Their cars are so unreliable and will cost you a headache. I agree on your opinion on tips. Great argument. Mama K, back in my bartending days, 14 years ago, I was paid minimum wage. Any tips on credit card were automatically claimed and paychecks were 100 to 125 max. I encourage cash tipping. I agree, because the girls were not reporting that income. And everyone knows that. Everyone knows to encourage cash tipping. Everyone knows that. Can't be any worse than the UK's taxes, surely. You've got to pay a TV license and all for 3 channels you never watch. We tip if and here in the UK, we tip if we have had a good experience, but we do not feel obliged to do so. Well, you shouldn't, of course. It's their fucking job. Let Cho catch up. Don't you want Cho to answer your question the same way he's answering everyone else's? Taking time to explain his viewpoint is 90% of the reason we are here. The other 10% is the sass. But thank you, Stitch. Thank you. I'm American. I don't even like our cars besides the cool shit like Challengers or Corvettes. They're all garbage. I don't think there are even any automakers that are left that make regular cars. It's all SUV and trucks now. Yeah. You wouldn't pay tax to fund a cure to cancer? Nope. Nope. I sure wouldn't. Because what evidence have the government given us that they can spend our money wisely on the said projects that they vote for? Show me that. Liam, show me that. I have to have confidence in you. Why would I vote in something that I have no confidence in? I have zero confidence in them spending money wisely on any level. Why? Because there's no evidence of them doing such, ever. So, no. Full stop. You wouldn't pay tax to fund a cure to cancer? No. What do you think about single moms not working, collecting 10K during tax season? It's nuts. Again, now I do have 2 pit bulls, so if that's an intruder, good luck to the intruder. I hope he makes that alive. I hope he makes that alive. That's all I gotta say. So again, Mama K, I don't believe in all these subsidies. It's a subsidy for parenting. I think let the free market decide. I think the government needs to get out of all of these decisions that individuals are making. Just reduce our taxes and give us choices. I believe that most people make the best decisions for themselves. Why? Because they are the one living their life. They know best. I think someone far removed out into the universe, they don't know my situation better than I know my situation. And when it comes to spending money, it's even more so. I want to end income tax like how this country used to be. Stop stealing the money I worked so hard for, you greedy mofos. Agreed. If you didn't pay taxes, you wouldn't have motorways. Oh, here we go. Motorways, lighting in the streets, binmen, policing, military tax isn't bad, etc. Income taxes are immoral. Full stop. Sales tax, let it rip. Right? Let it rip. But income taxes, no. They shouldn't exist. Period. How much debt have you accumulated? I'm not gonna reveal that online, Mama K. That's for an exclusive video. I get really intimate about how much money. You know what? I gotta make another video about how much money I made on the internet last month. But I talk more specifics in terms of my financial status on my paid channel, my paid subscribers. Work my ass all off to get like 20 bucks in taxes back while these irresponsible mofos with kids get like 5K and buy themselves dope shit. It's terrible. Welfare queens, yeah. But to be quite frank with you, corporations are bigger welfare queens than individuals by a long shot. So while it's something that it's valid to complain about, it's more important to complain about the true welfare queens, which are gigantic corporations that pay and fund campaigns for political people. It's the truth. Have you ever worked as a dishwasher before? Not technically, but in some restaurants, I have started off dishwashing, and I've also used a dishwasher before. So yeah, I guess yeah. That's mad. You're anti-vaccines. I said I'm an anti-vaxxer. Do you know what the definition of an anti-vaxxer is, Pewdie Lie? Because it changed during COVID. So it used to be, funny story, you fucking liberals are fucking psychotic. So before COVID, you know what an anti-vaxxer was? An anti-vaxxer was someone that refused to take vaccines. Now, during COVID, when the liberal mainstream media was all like, oh my God, the world is falling apart, and the children are dying, your grandparents are dying, and distance 6 feet. Wear a mask to the table, but take the mask off and then eat, and then put the mask on to go back to the bed. You fucking dumb cunts. During that era, they changed the definition of anti-vaxxer to mean someone who is against mandates for vaccines. Now, those are two very different things. Someone that does not believe in taking vaccines versus someone that does not believe in mandates, government mandates for vaccines. They conflated the two. So now they push me into the category of anti-vaxxer. It's weird how liberals love to change language like this. It's so crazy to me. So I own the title now. I don't give a fuck what you think about me being an anti-vaxxer. If that's the definition you want to think of, sure. I don't believe in mandates for vaccines for adults. Like, I believe adults should have bodily autonomy across the fucking board. And I actually fucking believe that. See, a lot of people say things like that, like they believe in bodily autonomy, but then they say, oh, but not in this case. Oh, but not in this case. Well, don't just fucking don't say you're for bodily autonomy then. Just say that. And it happens all the time. There are so many people who say, my body, my choice. But they wanted everyone to be mandated to take COVID vaccines. You don't believe in my body, my choice. You know, you don't actually believe in that. So, but no, I actually believe in it across the board for adults. So, not for children, but for adults, I believe in bodily autonomy. So, if you want to say I'm anti-vax, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I've been called worse, darling. So, saying my principles are freedom of choice opinions, even if they are my own. My military fought for those freedoms, and I respect them for it. Period. You could be reading the Bible, you could be watching porn. It's been 3 minutes, and I am here. Well, Susie, I always forget how that saying's a little unhinged. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be unhinged. But what I'm trying to say is I actually respect your time here. So I actually do try to read most comments. And what that means is I get far behind in chat. So what I recommend you do is ask a question and then make a fucking friend. Talk to someone else while I get to your question. Don't be lame. Go talk to someone else in the chat. I'll get to your chat eventually. Give me 10 minutes. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing paperwork of where all our tax money has exactly gone, like how we can do at city halls. Well, Doge is working on that, but they're being blocked. They're being blocked at every step. In deep blue areas show DI, which is top-down politics, is a huge, huge problem. The stats in my area confirm the highest in the last 4 years, where 60 to 70% female POC. That's not equity or equality. Are you good enough for heaven? Ever lied or stolen before? Ever cursed? Ever lusted or hated anyone before? Well, Clark Kent, I don't know if you know this, but I don't have the keys to heaven or hell. I just don't have that power or ability. Neither do you. And neither do your granddaddy. So that's not a question I can answer. Hey, Moon Wolfie, how are you? Thank you so much for being a part of the Discord channel, by the way. I really, really appreciate it. For anyone that's not in there, please join the Discord channel. Pinned comment is a link to the Discord. I'm not mistaken. The only reason income taxes exist is because of the Great Depression, and it was a way for the government to get more money quick. I don't give a fuck. My uncle used to set up an obstacle course and make us all boys run it, and the slowest time would get molested. But sucks to be y'all. Hopefully you were fast. We didn't really vax in the 70s, 80s. When I grew up, we had parties for. I feel like it's mainly used for people who don't vax their kids. Nope, it's not, Micro. I lived through 2020. It's not. It was not. It wasn't, because I've been called an anti-vaxxer for not believing in mandating COVID vaccines. So no, in my experience, that's not true. And they quite literally changed the look. Let me look at the definition. Let's see. It was one of the more popular definition websites. Oh, you're it. Bitch, I'm not a liar. Here it is right here. Dictionary.com. A person who opposes the use of some or all vaccines, regulations mandating vaccination, or usually both. That is a new definition from 2020. The definition never mentioned regulations mandating vaccination. It was always a person who opposes the use of vaccines. That was the definition of anti-vaxxer. It's in the fucking name. Anti-vaxxer. Against vaccinations. That's always been the classical definition of anti-vaxxer. Until 2020. Now, you may be right. I think in general, before 2020, before COVID, people typically wanted to use it to criticize parents who did not vaccinate their children. And I believe people should vaccinate their children. That's my personal belief. You know? But that's not the way it was used in 2020. And I know that because the definition changed in 2020. It literally changed in 2020. And I was on Twitter when everyone was talking about it. They were like, what the fuck? Like, why did they just change the definition? Like, you know, just slick shit like that. I mean, when your main sources of media, like when all your institutions lean a certain way, they do insidious shit like that. They do insidious shit like that. When your education system is very, very far left, when your criminal justice system is very far left, when your government is very far left, when your medical staff, medical institution, when all this shit is so far left, It's easy for them to do insidious shit like this. That's basically propaganda. Girl, it's crazy. You think the COVID tests were tainted? No, I don't think they were tainted. I don't actually agree with people who, and it's not my experience, but a lot of people have claimed that they have been injured by the COVID vaccine. I have not studied enough of that to know if that's true or not. But to be honest with you, I'm just a lot more simplistic in my view, in that I don't think that COVID vaccines should have ever been mandated for anyone. I don't think they should have been mandated for I don't believe that businesses should have pressured people to get COVID vaccines. I don't believe that our federal government should have forced people to get vaccines that they didn't fucking need. Okay? Because the data didn't prove that it was a risk for most people. Who were the people dying? The fats, the obese, the sick, the people, the elderly, the people with that were already immunocompromised. There was no reason to vaccinate children, healthy children. There was no reason to fill up playgrounds with sand. There was no reason to do any of that shit. And the data bornes that out. The data proves that. That's not an opinion. There is no statistically significant data proving that Florida or California handle COVID better from a data perspective. There's the most free state versus the most authoritarian state. There is no difference in the deaths. And so to me, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, I think the freedom was better, because the COVID lockdowns caused so much societal damage, self-inflicted, by the way. The antidote was worse than the poison. Not literally, but societally speaking, economically speaking. And I had a lot of personal situations happen during COVID that really radicalized me against Democrats and liberal philosophies from that era. Very, very radicalized me against. I was always a libertarian and, independent, but I have become vociferously against Democrats and liberals since COVID, because of what I experienced and because of what I saw happening to my business associates, my colleagues in the restaurant industry. What I saw happening to my people that I love deeply about was despicable, evil, and demonic. Straight up. Straight up demonic. So I'll never forgive those politicians. I'll never forgive them for what they did to my friends and family. Nope, not gonna happen. Anyway, good night, y'all. It was great seeing you. Gonna head to bed. Gonna be another long day in the shop again tomorrow. I've been icing my arms, but they're still buzzing from the hammer strikes. You have parties to gain immunity, which is what vaccines do around sick people. Measles is making a comeback because of these absolute idiots who aren't vaccinating them or their children for it. If I had a kid and I found out their friend wasn't vaccinated or something like measles, they don't have a friend anymore. Well, so my thing is, Micro, if you're vaccinated, why do you give a fuck about what their vaccination status is? If you're vaccinated and you believe that, like, it's working, you know what I mean? Like, it's working, like you're protected, then, I mean, I feel like it's indicative of like a little bit of a lack of trust in the vaccine, right? But I get that. You gotta protect your children. I mean, I'm not criticizing that. I mean, you should always look out for the best interest of your children. The managers at my last job only ever hired females. My job was like that too. It's obvious they only hired women, but it's hard to prove it's that and not for some other reason. Imagine getting the COVID vax for your kid. Imagine, Martin Dillon. Abuse. It's Martin Dillon. It was so fucking crazy because you have the CDC reporting data about, I could literally count on one hand. I could literally count on one hand how many children had suffered like significantly from COVID. This is a report from the CDC. The same CDC advising children to get vaccines. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, I always say this, but the most disgusting, evil, demonic industry in the world is the industrial war complex. And why? Because they profit off the death of people worldwide, women and children mostly. But the second most demonic industry, pharmaceutical industry, easily, they may not profit off the death of people, but they do profit off the long-term suffering of people. They do. They do. They love sick people because sick people creates customers. It's kind of like the whole transgender thing for children. It creates lifelong customers. Evil, demonic. That's what COVID was about, y'all. Pharmaceutical corporations, greedy bitches, greedy bitches. Don't get me started. I've already started. Do you think you know everything? I know everything. Imagine loving your child enough to not see them suffer from unnecessary illness because your own backwards beliefs, you pushing into someone else who you trust. Save yourself, Spanish MAGA. Speaking of welfare queens, Elon is one of the biggest ones out there. Agreed. Children are in danger of COVID. We all knew that. We all know that, but somehow people were still vaccinating their children. Weird. You gay in a robe talking about COVID. Next topic. Well, ask me other questions, AW. I'm open to them. I talk about what you bitches and what you cunts tell me to talk about. Talk about something else, my darling. Get creative. Yeah, let me go tell all the sick kids that died here after they got it because it complicated that shit that they're not dead or in danger. During a lot of the pandemic, the statistics showed a low risk for children, and the doctor, CDC, said children didn't need the vet. I would disagree with that. The CDC did not always say that children did not need the vax. They didn't say that. They wanted children masking, and they wanted children to be vaccinated. Now, they have changed their position many times, but you know what they called people who said such a thing? You know what they called people who said that children were at a low risk? They called us conspiracy theorists. They called us anti-science. That's what they did. And again, Moonwolfie, I'm only saying this because I experienced it. I'm only saying this COVID topic is a trigger for me because I experienced a lot of people calling me conspiracy theorist, calling me anti-science, calling me crazy, calling me anti-vax, calling me all these things that I know I am not, that I have been proven to be right on, 100% right. And so I'm not gonna let anyone gaslight me and rewrite history. And it's not gonna happen. Not with COVID. You can gas me with a lot of things. Not COVID. I lived this experience. I had people shun me in real life. I had people shun me on the internet. I had accounts being muted, accounts being shadow banned. I mean, this shit was crazy. It was crazy. And in the same article, in the same data where they revealed how low of a risk children were from COVID, there was an article a week earlier from the CDC talking about how they needed to vaccinate children and mask them up. So no. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Have a good night, Mark Lester. They try to tell us there was no such thing as natural immunity. They did. You know I don't care either way, right, Moon? Cho, we need to have your own radio station in GTA 6. That would be really... That would be so iconic, Dolores, to have my own GTA channel, radio station. What? An icon. It was all intentional. Yes, they wanted to line the pockets of their big dick pharmaceutical company execs. It is what it is. Florida kept sending their sick people up here and infecting people here. We had a guy come in visibility sick without a mask to tell us he couldn't stay because he had COVID. Like, bro, just call. Control the words, control the thoughts. The term newspeak was coined by George Orwell in the book 1984. I'm uncomfortable with the lack of amount of time it took to make the COVID vaccine. Susie, it's almost like it was planned. Almost. When you start noticing and asking questions, it's almost like it was planned. But I'm crazy though. That's not how vaccines work. They only work if enough people get them for herd immunity. The problem is people don't really understand how vaccines work. No kids died that weren't already really sick. They were telling pregnant women to get the vax. Disgusting. Measles vax is totally different. Oh my God, I'm behind in chat, guys. Sorry. It had a period of development for about 10 years and has been in use for 60 plus now, versus the COVID vax, which had a very rushed production of 8 months. For the record, I'm not entirely against it. I had to get it for college, but there are issues concerning its development and the entities behind it. Just a few issues. But Mumufi, had you said that in 2020, you would have been banned off of Instagram. Your post would have been removed from Facebook. Your coworkers would have called you crazy. Your parents would have disinvited you from Thanksgiving. No, he didn't. Micro. Micro, so Micro, now why would you do that? Guys. Micro. Martin Dillon, I'm so sorry that your chats were hidden from the chat. Micro, that is very disrespectful. Would you not say that's a very disrespectful thing to do to me? That's actually kind of crazy. It's actually kind of wild. What? That is so wild. I think you are lacking in total self-awareness right now, Micro. Total self-awareness right now. What? I don't think you do get it because you haven't apologized yet. And that's pretty fucking wild. So, reminder, guys, if you are a moderator here in my channel, we believe in freedom of speech. Okay. And so if you're a moderator, you do not ban people whose opinions you disagree with. Now, if personal attacks are happening, you know, we get a little trollish, we get a little expressive, and by the way, Martin, you have been unbanned. I don't know if you've probably left by now. Thanks, Micro. You're right, Bernicia. You're right. You're right. Silly me. Silly me. I need to take my own advice that I gave Micro and stop expecting so much of people, I guess. I don't know. But as a reminder, we try to have open discussions about some very inflammatory subjects, and we, you know, throw shit at each other and we say mean things sometimes. But I hope that this has become a safe space for freedom of speech where people can feel comfortable expressing themselves, even when they're being offensive. And I implore people, that if you are so emotionally affected by a stranger attacking you on the internet, that you block them. Okay. So that derailed the whole night. I've lost where I am now. Well, can we get back to the mukbangs? God, we're gonna end the stream. We're gonna end the stream at this point because I'm pissed off, and because I have discretion, I don't want to say mean things to people that I actually like. So thank you. And it's been 212 minutes tonight. So we've been here for a long time. So thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate your time that you spent here. Please join the Discord channel. Join the Discord channel because we have a lot of fun on Discord. And like I said, I'm gonna link the Discord again. Join the Discord. And I need you guys to vote. I need you guys to vote because we are starting our watch party series. We're starting the watch party series. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And I have 3 different TV shows that are up to be voted on. One is an anime. One is a, oh, not my nails being dirty as fuck. Oh my, I need to go shower. Oh my God. I've been working hard for once. My fucking God. But I have an anime, I have a true crime, and then I also have, oh, Squid Game is on there. So I don't know if you guys like Squid Game, but Squid Game is on there. I have an anime and I have a true crime. So go into our Discord and then vote for the one that you want to watch. And then every Sunday we'll start watching TV together. So yeah. You guys have a good night and we will chat soon, okay? I'll be back live tomorrow at 11:30 p.m. Eastern.